He's trying to hit this ball. He said, I can't make it through past the shift. I'm going to hit it through the shift.
Foul ball.
(20-0). They opened up the season.
These two teams were denied the chance to play when the COVID pandemic shut down all college athletics last March. But there have been some memorable moments when Louisiana's Ragin Cajuns and LSU's Tigers meet up on the diamond. And tonight should be no different. UL has won 3 straight close games, while LSU has already proven it can score a lot of runs. It's the Cajuns and the Tigers tonight at the tee. Hello again, everyone. I'm Dan McDonald, along with my broadcast partner, Eric Mouton, and welcome to ML Tigmore Field at Rousseau Park. Eric, LSU put up 16 runs Monday against the same Louisiana Tech team that the Cajuns beat only 2-0 last night. Had it not been for a late-inning hiccup Sunday in the second game against Air Force, the Tigers would be 3-0 coming into tonight. They can score in bunches, and outfielder Dylan Cruz has been the guy leading that attack.
Yeah, Dan, the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week enjoyed an outstanding collegiate debut. He hit .583 over the weekend with 2 bombs, 3 RBI, and 2 runs scored. All of that coming at the top of a very potent LSU lineup.
For the Cajuns, they've played nothing but breath holders. All 3 weekend games at Tulane with extra innings. Last night's win against the Bulldogs really as close as it gets. At no point this year has Louisiana either led or trailed by more than 2 runs. And the big reason last night that they were close was the pitching of Spencer Arrighetti. If there was a player of the game last night, he was definitely it. 6 2/3 innings, 1 hit baseball, 9 strikeouts. And you can see how happy Matt Deggs was with the performance in the first-time performance for Arrighetti. And he has set the table for this team for this homestand this week. But, Eric, it's been catcher Drake Osborne that has provided the big offensive boost.
Yeah, he sure did. He's been on fire, Dan. He's had 5 hits during that stretch, including 4 in the series finale against Tulane. And his bat stayed hot last night against Louisiana Tech with a huge double that led to a very important insurance run.
This is meeting number 83 between these two teams all time. Does it seem like that many? Paul Maneri has been around for a lot of them in his 15th year as LSU's coach, 39th year as a head coach, 1,469 wins in his career, 4-time National Coach of the Year. And he'll send Dylan Cruz up first to face Connor Cook, the Cajun right-handed starter, getting his first career start. In fact, we've got 2 starting pitchers tonight, Eric, that both of them getting their first college starting appearance.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see how they're going to handle this atmosphere. As again, Dan, we are limited capacity, but you can kind of feel the excitement in the air anytime the Ragin Cajuns and the Fighting Tigers play in anything. People are going to get excited for it.
Cook misses with the first 2. This one's grounded past the third baseman, Willis, and it'll get into left field for a base hit. So Cruz gets on with the opening single on the hot shot, and he's at first base. For Kay Doty, the second baseman. Doty struggling at the start of the year through only 3 games. He was 1 for 12 over the weekend, but did have 3 runs batted in. And actually, they're going to score that in error on the third baseman, Willis. So a tough error to start things off.
Yeah, they don't call it the hot corner for nothing. That was a rocket right at him. Could have moved a little bit more to his left to get in front of it, but it did get through for the first runner of the night for LSU as the first batter.
Pretty good lead for Cruz as Doty swings and misses at the first offering from Cook. Our starting lineups for LSU brought to you by Our Lady of Lourdes, proud to be the official healthcare provider for Ragin Cajun Athletics. And this is a lineup that can produce some runs. They scored a lot over the weekend, 27 runs in their first 3 games. Squares to bunt, takes it outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And Eric, Connor Cook really feast or famine in that first outing he had against Tulane. Struggled with some walks, then struck out 5 of the 7 next few batters he faced, but then walked 2 more at the end of that. Only gave up 1 hit in 2 1/3 innings, but just struggled with control.
Yeah, and those walks will kill you. You can't give guys free bases. Make them earn it. Let your defense play behind you. Throw the ball in the strike zone, make them put it in play, and your defense will do the rest.
1-1 from Cook. That's high and tight. Cruz over at first base. No steals so far this year. LSU only stole 3 bases over their first 3 games over the weekend. Runner goes this time, though. Hit and run, sky to right field. Roccaforte is there, though, and Cruz has to retreat to first base. And there's 1 gone.
I think Doherty a little upset with himself. He needed to hit that ball on the ground. Anywhere on the ground would probably move the runner over to scoring position in second base, but when you get it in the air, that'll make the runner stop and have to go back to where he started. So Cruz will head back to first base, 1 out.
Trey Morgan, the first baseman for the Tigers, a freshman, 3 for 11 in the opening weekend with a double and 3 runs batted in. Product of New Orleans, played his high school ball at Brother Martin. Runner goes on the first pitch. Again, had something going, but Morgan only able to foul it away into the screen, and it's strike 1. Tigers coming out aggressive early. They've started the first 2 base runners.
Coach Maneri wanting to try to get him into scoring positions. He knows how important runs are, and if you can get a few early, maybe get into the bullpen of Louisiana, you'll be better off.
Cajun opponents through 4 games, only 2 out of 3 stolen bases. Ground ball just nubbed out toward Cook. He'll have to pick it up and flip it, and they got by a step. He flips to Bro and get the speedy Morgan at first base. Cook did not look comfortable, but he was able to corral it and underhand flip it to Bro.
Wasn't pretty, but effective as he bounces off the mound right there on this ground ball. He's able to knock it down, kick it, pick it up, scoop it for the out. Routine.
Brennan Bro, of course, the Cajun first baseman, started his college career at LSU after coming out of St. Thomas More High School here in Lafayette. As Cade Beloso stands in, the designated hitter. The runner at second now with 2 outs, misses with the first breaking ball. Beloso hitting .250, 2 out of 8 over the weekend, but he scored 4 runs.
Cook trying to work ahead, a little breaking ball there, trying to throw that for a strike. And if you can throw that breaking ball for a strike, your fastball will be more effective.
Beloso's also a New Orleans product, played at John Curtis. The 1-0 from Cook. They'll appeal down. They'll say nope. Ryan Broussard gets the appeal at third base. Jeremy Hayes calling the balls and strikes tonight. James Ainsworth is at first base. Ray Gregson at second, and Broussard down at third. Cook with the quick look. Here comes the 2-0. Swung at and missed. Took something off that one.
He's working that inside part of the plate, trying to get him to swing. The first 2 were just a little bit inside. That one was a little more appealing to him as he took a hack. Beloso couldn't catch up with it. 2-1.
This one's low and in also, and Cook down in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Beloso hit .313 last year in the abbreviated season. Had 1 homer, 12 RBIs, and team played 17 games, and he started all 17.
Hitters count right here. He's got to come with a pretty good pitch. He does not want to walk and put 2 runners on. Let's see what Beloso can do with it.
Ooh, and that one's backdoor curveball, just missed inside. Pretty good pitch from Cook, but Beloso took it for ball 4.
A lot of movement on that pitch. I thought it might have stayed up and hit him in the shoulder.
I thought that was headed for a hit batsman when it came out of his hand, but that thing bit back in and
it was
almost
close.
Caught the zone.
Saw the umpire take a look at the Louisiana dugout as you see the replay right here. That thing kind of breaks.
Probably stayed inside,
I think
but
so.
Not by as much as it looked at the start as Zach Arnold steps in. The Tiger shortstop takes that pitch on the low outside corner. 4, strike 1. Arnold hitting .400 on the year, 4 out of 10 with a homer and 4 runs batted in.
Great pitch to start Arnold there. Paints that outside corner for strike 1.
Nubbed toward third base, but it'll be foul. Roll over toward the Louisiana dugout.
About the same pitch right there. Arnold not letting it go this time, trying to poke it through the infield right here, see if he can't get a 2-out hit to score a run for the Tigers.
Cajuns 3-1, won 3 in a row after losing a 3-2 decision to Tulane on Friday in the opener. 0-2 pitch, just missed with the breaker. Tigers are 2-1, defeated Air Force first game, then lost to Air Force after having the lead late in that game, and then took that big win over Louisiana Tech last night. That ended up 16-7. That one's just fouled away as Arnold stays alive.
A lot of curveballs here from Cook. Trying to keep him off balance. Now let's see if he works with a fastball. Still ahead in the count at 1-2. You can maybe waste one right here. Throw the high heat. See if you can get him to chase one out of the zone.
Arnold saw action in only 2 games last year in the abbreviated season. This one's up high.
93 miles an hour. There's the high heat. A lot of times those fastballs, sometimes they'll rise as well, and sometimes these big hitters can't lay off that time. Arnold does lay off, works the count to 2-2.
Cruz at second, Beloso at first. In the top of the first inning, this one's grounded right back to Cook as he spears it. He'll underhand it to Bro for the out at first base. Nice job by Cook for working out of a little bit of a jam. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's Tigers nothing, and the Cajuns come into bat.
I have the power to lower my A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin, and Trulicity activates my body to release it.
Once weekly Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. Most people taking it reached an A1C under 7%. Trulicity may also help you lose up to 10 pounds and lower your risk of cardiovascular events, whether you know you're at risk or not. Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
Matt Deggs in his second year as the head coach of the Ragin Cajuns, which had his first season brought to a quick halt by the pandemic last year. Has his team off to a 3-1 start. 198 wins in his college career. So he's only a couple wins away from getting to the 200 mark. The great majority of those, of course, make solid seasons at Sam Houston State. But before that, of course, Deggs was the primary assistant during a great Cajun run that culminated in that 2014 season. The team that was ranked #1 in the nation and won 58 games that year. In the Cajun lineup, we'll face Garrett Edwards, also making his first career start for the Tigers. Edwards product of Pitkin, Louisiana. And I know where Pitkin is. As this first pitch is skied foul, and it will get out of play off the bat of Tyler Robertson.
That makes one of us.
Yep.
Also a good, very good basketball player at Pitkin was that.
Well, Pitkin is more famous for basketball probably than it is baseball, although they've had some success there too. But when I was growing up, Pitkin was renowned as one of the great girls basketball programs in the entire state. Edwards delivers. That one's down low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Robertson, 4 for 20 this year. As you see the Cajuns starting lineup brought to you by today's Park Place Surgical Hospital. 1-1 pitch is fouled away, and that's a lineup that they've played 2 low-scoring close games, and they played 2 high-scoring games. So they proved they can win in a couple of different manners already this year.
Edwards, a big guy up there, 6'5", 195. We'll see what he can register on the gun tonight as they'll put it up on the scoreboard. There's a breaking ball.
Big breaking ball, and Robertson didn't catch up with it. He goes down swinging for the first out. Edwards did throw 1 inning over the weekend.
Kind of hangs that breaking ball there. Robertson needs to do a better job of getting on base. Only .273 on base percentage as a leadoff hitter. He's going to have to set the table more, try to get on base for Louisiana.
Connor Kemple, the Cajun left fielder, takes the first pitch away for ball 1. Kemple hitting .278 on the year. He's 5 out of 18. Has a home run, 2 runs batted in. His home run came in the Tulane series as this breaker is in for call strike 1.
That's a great spot right there. Low and away, catches the outside corner. Kemple just can't reach out there and put it in play. Has to take it for a strike. Now looks at maybe drag bunting. Keep an eye on that third baseman in the distance that he is playing. We saw a nice drag bunt last night for a hit for Louisiana.
1-2 the count to the product of nearby Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin.
Don't know where that is either.
1-2 fouled right at the Tiger dugout,
but
it caught the screen in the front, so everybody's okay.
See who your friends are when people start diving behind you and pushing you forward. That was a missile right at him.
Edwards with the look, fouled away again. This one back into the screen.
That's a good pitch right there. 92 miles an hour, came with the fastball up and away. And a nice job there by Kemple just to stay alive when you're down in the count. Make contact, try to get you a pitch you can handle.
That 1 appearance for Edwards, 1 inning against Air Force, and now drops over the breaking ball. And Kemple looks at it for a call third strike, so 2 up and 2 down and 2 strikeouts.
Go from a 92-mile-an-hour fastball to a breaking ball right there. As you can see, can't pull the trigger, catches that outside corner. That's a great pitch right there by Edwards to make it 2 away.
So Edwards has pitched now 1 2/3 innings this year and has 4 strikeouts. So 4 of his 5 outs. And a first pitch fastball misses to Ben Fitzgerald, the Cajun designated hitter. 333 on the year. 3 out of 9, including a home run, and that came in the 12th inning on Sunday against Tulane and provided the eventual winning run in a 9-7 Louisiana victory. (2-0), big cut and a miss by Fitzgerald.
2-0 is a hitter's count. You don't want to fall behind 3-0. You know something good is coming, probably a fastball, and boy, he had a cut, just unable to connect.
This one misses outside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Second baseman Doty moved over a little bit more to his right after that 2-0 swing. Here comes the 3-1, another big cut, and now we're full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Got that one up to 93 miles an hour, just saying, I'm going to throw it as hard as you can, see if you can hit it.
This one's skied foul on the left side. 83rd time these teams have gotten together, dating all the way back to 108 years ago, back in 1912. Tigers have won 15 out of 23 since 2000, which happened to be the year that both of these teams were in the College World Series. And this one's fouled away. But the Cajuns have won 3 in a row over the Tigers. They did it twice in 2018. They won 3-1 in the Wally Pontiff Classic down in Metairie, and they took a 10-inning victory here at Moore Field that year. 3-2 pitch again. This one skied to center field pretty deep, but Sanford is going back, and he's got room, makes the catch for the third out. So up and down for the Cajuns in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We played one here at the Teague. It's LSU nothing and Louisiana nothing.
How do we ensure families facing food insecurity get access to their food? We needed to make sure that if they couldn't get to the food would come to them. We can deliver for food banks and schools. Amazon knows how to do that. I've helped deliver 12 million meals to families in need. That's the power of having a company like Amazon behind me.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. Bobby's wondering if you could watch cartoons with him.
Yeah, sounds nice. I hope we can soon.
Dad, check your email.
Okay, click.
Hi, Grandpa!
What is this?
It's Sling Watch Party. You can invite people to watch live TV with you.
Wow.
Hey, family. Uncle!
How'd you get in there, Todd?
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere, only from Sling. Get the best of cable for the best price.
Back at Teague Moore Field, we talked about the series between these two teams. Cajuns won the most recent connection. That was a 6-5 win over the Tigers back in 2019, and that was also at the Wally Pontiff Classic. In fact, when the Cajuns were coached by Tony Robichaux, they made a regular stop at the Wally Pontiff Classic. Coach Robichaux had a great respect for the Pontiff family and said his team would come to that tournament anytime they were invited.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last night, the state of college baseball in Louisiana with just some great coaches and great programs, and a lot of these coaches choosing to play each other, and it's great for the game and great for the sport.
Mitchell Sanford stands in for the Tigers, and you mentioned great coaches. You've got a great one in that first base dugout. Paul Maneri, already in the American Baseball Coaches Hall of Fame. 4-time National Coach of the Year, as this one is skied foul on the left side and evens it up at a ball and a strike. Sanford hitting .400 on the year, making his second start. He's 2 out of 5 this year. And he's a local guy, at least a local here from the Acadiana area. Played his high school ball at Berwick.
I do know where that is. Play them quite a bit. Ascension and Berwick goes at it in football and basketball and baseball.
Hey, I live halfway to Berwick, where I am. This pitch misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Cook was able to work around an error and a walk in the first inning. This one's skied foul again.
Cook with a pretty good pitch right there at 3-1. He did keep it down in the zone, not wanting to walk the leadoff batter. Fouled off by Sanford.
3-2 pitch misses outside, ball 4. Second walk allowed by Cook. Tigers have had 3 base runners so far without a hit. And Gavin Dugas, the left fielder, 2 out of 10 this year, but he's got 6 runs batted in, including a home run. Another South Louisiana prospect from Homa, played at Homa Christian. Nubber up the middle, and it's off of Cook. And there won't be a play as Riola couldn't handle the loose ball. And, you know, if Cook had let that go, the Cajuns might have had a chance at a double play because Riola looked like he might have had a beat on it. But if you're a pitcher, you just by instinct, you're going to try to reach for it.
Yep, you're going to try to make a play and knock it down. And you can see he kind of reaches, behind his back, tries to glove it off of his glove. And, they might have had a play up the middle. Those two middle infielders with great hands, great gloves. Might have been a double play, but first and second, nobody out. Now you have the option of maybe a sac bunt here to move the runners.
First hit of the ball game for either team as Jordan Thompson stands in, the Tiger third baseman. 1 for 5 this year, making his second start. Swinging away and fouling it off over on the left side.
Coach Maneri letting him swing away there early, 0-1. You can still come back with a bunt, but a pitcher's best friend, a hard ground ball right at an infielder, would probably be 2 outs right here.
Nolan Kane flashing the signals in the third base coaching box for the Tigers. This one skied to left field. Drifting back is Kemple. He's got a beat on it and dropped it. Took his eye off of it and dropped it. Throw to second is not in time. So a bad error on Kemple in left field, and the Tigers have the bases loaded.
And you know, Dan, Sanford was at second base, and he went back to the bag to tag. So Kemple may have taken his eye off of the ball to check and see if he was tagging or to come up with a quick throw. You want to transfer that ball from your glove to your hand, as you see it right here. Out into left, and you can see Sanford go back to the bag to tag up. Ah, man, he's just got to make that play.
So the number 9 hitter, Alex Milazzo, the catcher, hitting 125, 1 out of 8 on the year. But he comes up with the bases loaded, nobody out here in the second inning. A walk, an infield single, and an outfield error. And Matt Deggs is already going to make a trip out. Connor has hurt himself a little bit, but he hasn't done all the damage this inning as his defense has let him down a little bit early. The second error of the ball game for Louisiana. They had 5 errors in their first 4 games after 2 last night, but they were able to work around both of those in that 2-1 win over the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and he can work around this one too. If he can get a ground ball, maybe a double play. It looked like they were going to be a double play depth this early in the game, a hard ground ball to turn to. They'll sacrifice the run to get 2 outs, and there is a little movement down in the Ragin Cajun bullpen.
Jason Nelson is up and starting to loosen up just a little bit. Nelson threw 2 innings on Sunday against Tulane. It's a 1-0 count to Milazzo. And this breaker stays inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes, and no place to put him. With Sanford at third, Dugas at second, and Thompson at first.
Yeah, bases are loaded. 2-0 count. He's got to come with a good pitch. Let's see if he can put something down in the zone, get a ground ball. There it was. Fouled
away.
Because even a fly ball to the outfield will score a run, and a deep fly ball will actually move the runner from second to third as well. So Cook trying to keep it down, trying to get that ground ball to get that double play.
Here comes the 2-1. Ground ball in the infield, in the hole. They will go. The only play is to first base, and Bro's able to hold on to make the grab. It was deep in the hole. I think that the shortstop Riola thought for a second about coming to the plate.
I think he did, but man, makes a great throw across his body, and that's a huge play by Bro as well. Picking it off the turf for the first out. Big out right there. They do give up the run, but they do get an out. Could have been a lot worse for Louisiana.
So 6-3 on the put out, but an RBI for Milazzo as Sanford scores. Dugas moves up to second, Thompson, or rather to third, Thompson to second, and the leadoff hitter Dylan Cruz, who's carried the hot bat, takes the first pitch in for call strike one. Cruz reached on an error to lead off the ball game, but hit it like a rocket toward the third baseman Willis. Breaking ball that time stays low. Cook's already thrown 34 pitches, even though he's only given up one hit in the ball game. One chopper toward third base, and it will go foul.
And the other thing that weak ground ball did was move both base runners. So you got runners at second and third now. The double play is out, and it looks like Louisiana will not going to bring in the defense this early and play in. They'll go ahead and throw it across, get the out, unless it hits the third or first. A lot of times those guys are a lot closer and can make a play at the plate or at least hold the runner at third.
Cruz came into the night hitting .583 after a red-hot weekend. Swings and misses at that breaking pitch, though. He goes down swinging for the second out. That's a big strikeout for Connor Cook.
That's a huge strikeout, Dan. Remember that out if this game stays close. Runners at second and third, and watch this pitch. Kind of fooled him with a little sinker right there as he tries to go down and get it, but too late. A big, big strikeout for Cook.
And Cruz did not strike out all weekend long in those 3 games where he ended up going 7 for 12. So now 2 outs for K. Doty. Flied out to right field his first time. That one's down low for ball 1. Drake Osborne behind the plate for the Cajuns for the second straight night. Had a key double and scored the insurance run last night in the 7th inning that gave Louisiana the 2-0 win. 1-0 breaker and is in for call strike one as Cook came back with that one.
It's a great pitch. Looks like it's going to be high and out of the zone. The hitter will lay off of it, breaks down in there for a strike, and boy, this would be a big out if Louisiana can keep this a 1-run game right here. 2 outs, 1-1.
This one way outside, blocked by Osborne. You know, if somebody else, Connor, in the Cajun dugout, Cook wouldn't be the only guy to turn his head. There are 5 different guys with some variation of Connor, Connor with an E, or last name Connors. So
you'd have a few guys look for sure, huh?
2-1 pitch from Cook, down low. 3-1 with first base open. Don't know if he'll see a great pitch to hit here or not.
Yeah, base open, and Osborne doing a great job. We talked a little bit about Osborne in the opening about how good he's been offensively, but he was outstanding last night as the battery.
3-1, laced toward the shortstop Riola, and he can't handle it off his glove. 1 run's going to score. They're sending the second runner, and the throw bounces. 2 runs scored. Ball gets away, and headed to third is Doty. Riola didn't handle it cleanly, but had an easy shot at the plate. Just didn't make a good throw to the plate, and the Tigers quickly jump out front 3-0.
Yeah, the ball was going to definitely beat him there. Just not a good enough throw. As
first
you can see,
run's
the first
going
one
to score,
through.
But the second run
had a play at him.
Should have had the play, but it'll be another error on Louisiana. And that'll bring up Trey Morgan, who grounded out his first time up. So Doty is all the way around to third base.
Wow.
As Dugas scored and Thompson scored.
Morgan did go around on the appeal, 0-1. There's a ball inside and low.
They're still sorting out the scoring on that play as there were a lot of moving parts.
There's a lot to sort out, absolutely.
1-1 pitch, fastball is in for call strike 2. Tigers have put up the 3-run inning here in the second. And they've done it so far on, well, they did give Doty a hit on the ball that was hit out to the shortstop. That's all we know so far. Swung at and missed. And Morgan goes down on strikes to end the inning, but not before the Tigers score 3. And they do it on 2 hits. And we played 1.5. It's LSU 3 and Louisiana nothing.
We know you've got your hands full at home.
I'm building a spaceship.
So Instacart is here to help make grocery shopping a little easier. Choose which store to shop from, what items you need, and how you want them. And a shopper will safely deliver them contact-free in as fast as 2 hours. Because between teaching, cooking, and parenting, you could use one less job to do. Go to instacart.com or download the app to get free delivery on your first order using the code ORDER today.
I get those goosebumps every time. 3 championship fights. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this.
I'm going to get that in my head. We go next.
This is the GOAT. I need the high. Throw that to the side. Megan Anderson. I get those goosebumps every time. Not around. We throw that to the side. It's as big as it gets. I get those goosebumps every time.
LSU's Tigers put up 3 in the inning. It could have been held to 2, but a bad throw from the shortstop Riola bounced off of the catcher Osborne, and that allowed Thompson to score all the way from second base with the 3rd run of the inning. And so now Tiger pitcher Garrett Edwards has been staked to a 3-run lead as he comes out to face 4, 5, and 6 in the Cajun order in the bottom of the second inning. Reminder that Dudley DeBosier are the official injury lawyers of the Ragin Cajuns. Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. First pitch to Carson Rocafort is in for a call, strike 1. Rocafort hitting .308, making his 4th start out of 5 games, 4 out of 13. 4 runs batted in for the freshman.
And the only freshman in the lineup for Louisiana, LSU, has 2 freshmen, actually 3 in their lineup with Cruz, Morgan, and also Thompson.
That one's down low. Cajun coaches really like Rocafort, product of Port Neches, Texas. He was, in fact, D1 Baseball's number 7 impact freshman. And lines this one into right center field for a base hit. So he continues to have the hot bat early. First hit of the ball game for Louisiana.
Good piece of hitting, fastball right there at the letters. Drives it, turns it around, hits it back up the middle to get something started here for Louisiana in the bottom of the second.
He had the single last night in the first inning that plated Louisiana's first run. And that was the eventual winning run as they won 2-0. As Drake Osborne stands in, and he's also been carrying the hot bat. 4 hits Sunday against Tulane. A double and a run scored last night. Big breaker is in there from Edwards. That was that big 12-6 breaking ball.
It was, and if you can throw it for a strike, it's very hard for those batters to turn on it, to take a good cut. And a lot of times they'll let it go for a ball, breaks over for a strike.
0-1 from Edwards. Skied foul back into the screen.
Moving the runner right there. Coach Deggs playing a little aggressively here early with a little hit and run.
Osborne is a senior transfer. In fact, he's already got his degrees, pursuing an MBA. Came from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, where he was, if he wasn't the best catcher in the Southland Conference, he was on a very, very short list. The 0-2 from Edwards stays low with the breaker. They'll appeal down to first. James Ainsworth says no, he didn't go.
Osborne can handle the bat. Only 1 strikeout this year. You start the runner. Osborne can put it in play. You can move that runner over to second base. You also stay out of the double play.
Here comes the 1-2. Grounded foul toward the Cajun dugout. Nice play by Matt Deggs over there, showing the athletic ability. The 1-2 from Edwards. Skied foul again. Cajuns are making contact with a lot of pitches.
It's a good at-bat. You want to get those starting pitchers deep into counts. Foul off as many as you can. Wait for one you can drive. 7 balls, 15 strikes for Edwards. There's a little pick to check, see if he's leaning. Roccaforte a couple times took off with a little hit and run. That time Edwards wants to keep him close.
Cajuns had 3 runners picked off last night in the win over Louisiana Tech. 1-2 again, that's up high. Almost like a pitch out.
I think it was. Catcher was definitely up, thinking maybe something was on right there, a little pitch out. And when you're ahead in the count, you can do that. Now it's 2-2, evens it up.
Tiger infield playing Osborne to pull. Second baseman's almost behind the bag. This one's skied to center field. But Sanford doesn't have to go very far to make the catch for the first out. Edwards has retired 4 of the 5 he's faced so far as C.J. Willis stands in. Willis hitting .455 this year. He's 5 out of 11 with a double and a triple and a couple of runs batted in. And he's one of those guys that Matt Deggs says he's got to find him a place in the lineup the way he's swinging the bat. In with the breaker for call strike 1. Quick throw over to first. Back in easily is Roccaforte. Willis playing third base for the second straight night. He had played first base in the 2 of the 3 games against Tulane, and in one of those games he also slid over to play second for a couple of innings. Oh, 1 pitch grounded towards second base, could be 2. Doty to Arnold to Morgan. 4-6-3 for the double play. 4th double play turn by the Tigers this year. The Cajuns go down in the second. We played 2 here at the Teague. It's still Tigers 3, Cajuns nothing.
He's a guy that lives for these moments. Completely fearless.
Kevin Durant is just on another level. Kawhi Leonard is the most prolific winner in NBA history.
Giannis is such a force of nature.
He's almost unstoppable.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
I get those goosebumps every time.
3 championship fights. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this.
I'm going to get that in my head. We go next.
This is the GOAT. I need the high, throw that to the side. Megan Anderson. I get those goosebumps every time. Right around, we throw that to the side.
It's as
big as it gets.
I get those goosebumps every time.
You can experience same-day curbside grocery orders from Super One Foods, the official grocery store for Ragin Cajun Athletics. Super One Foods, super low prices on the go. LSU is playing its only road game that it will play all the way through March the 9th. Tigers will play 12 of their first 13 at home. Youngstown State will come in for a pair on Friday and Saturday. Nicholls State will also be in there on Saturday. It is a split doubleheader, and then they'll play the Colonels again on the Tuesday before a crosstown rival taking on the Southern Jaguars. Cade Beloso stands in for the Tigers in the top of the third inning to face Connor Cook, who's out for his third inning of work. First pitch grounded foul on the right side. Beloso walked his first time up. Cook through 2 innings has given up 2 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. He's walked a couple and struck out a couple. 45 pitches in those 2 innings, but a nice slider there, and he's out front. No balls, 2 strikes.
2 strikes to start the at-bat. Does not want to fall behind, does not want to have to work hard to try to get these guys out or give free bases anymore. Throwing strikes.
0-2 pitch. That's tapped foul as Beloso stays alive.
That's a very good pitch. Beloso fouled off right there. You want to just, he can't drive that. Just make contact, stay alive.
The John Curtis product steps out. This pitch is up high and tight, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
There's a waste pitch, 92 miles an hour, way out of the zone. Just throwing him how hard, showing him how hard he can throw it. Let's see if he comes back with heat or changes it up. There's a curveball.
1-2's down low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cook, a product of Sulphur High School, through 12 2/3 innings last year in the COVID short season. 4.25 earned run average, as he's now gone full to Beloso.
Great piece of hitting by Beloso to lay off of that. You think the fastball may be coming, and a lot of those pitches that these pitchers throw, either a cut fastball or a split finger that just dives. The slider does the same thing. Gets you to swing at it and drops below the bat for a strike, and then he loses him. Another walk after starting out way ahead.
Second time Beloso's walked in the ball game, as Tigers have now put the lead runner on in all 3 innings. And Zach Arnold will come to the plate, grounded back to the box on a hot shot that Cook speared to end the first inning. First pitch is skied foul. We get up into our socially distanced grandstand area down the first base line. It's nights like this that it's a shame that we are still in the throes of the pandemic, because this was a hard ticket to get for the limited number of seats that were available. Only about 800 tickets, the stadium capacity this year with social distancing. And that's in a Tigmore field that looks almost empty compared to what it would look like with if we had been at regular, because they can put 6,000 people in here, counting the box seats and the pavilion areas.
There's a few purple and gold shirts in the stands, and I'm sure if we could have filled it up, those passionate people over there in Baton Rouge, just like here in Lafayette, would have come.
0-2 pitch again fouled away as Arnold stays alive.
Still have a little activity down there in Louisiana's bullpen, just in case Cook runs into some more trouble here.
He's already at about 55 pitches now, so
yeah, that's a bunch.
They'll be watching him close. Fouled away again at the plate, just nubbed foul. Beloso at first. Drew the walk to lead off the inning. And again the 0-2, and that one cuts inside.
Tries to paint that inside corner. Cook still way ahead.
Here comes the 1-2 again from Cook, and this one's lined into left field, and that'll get down for the third hit for the Tigers. Having to hold up at second is Beloso, but the Tigers have runners at first and second and nobody out for the second straight inning.
Cook way ahead right there, just stayed around the zone, gave him just a little bit too good a pitch to hit right there. It was up around the belt, and he drives it line drive for a base hit, first and second, nobody out.
Arnold's 5th hit of the year as Mitchell Sanford comes to the plate, walked and scored back in the second inning. First pitch from Cook, squares to bunt, pulls back and takes ball one, and Drake Osborne's going to go out and have a quick conversation with Connor Cook. Just threw his 60th pitch of the ball game, and there's no outs in the third. Third baseman Willis is sneaking in on the green. I would say the grass, but of course it's artificial. Squares to bunt again, pulls back and takes it outside. 2 balls and no strikes. All artificial surface. Even the brown, which would be dirt, is also but it's a different kind of artificial turf, so you can tell the difference when you step on it. And especially that's key on the warning track. Only dirt is in the mound area. 2-0 pitch, squares to bunt, gets it down. Nope, foul ball. Just foul outside the line as Osborne tried to pick it up and make the quick throw to Willis at third base.
That would have been a big play to get the lead runner there and then have first and second with 1 out. Yep.
Yeah, but it was obviously in foul ground. And it's a 2-1 count now on Sanford.
Still a nice play by Osborne to bounce from that squat position, get over there, make an accurate throw to third. Now still with 1 strike, still have the option to lay 1 down, try to move over the runners, or let him swing away.
Tied at the corners, double play depth in the middle. Squares to bunt again, gets this one down. It's a good one. Osborne will have to go to first and just gets Sanford by about half a step. So the 2-3 sacrifice moves 2 runners up into scoring position.
Great bunt by Sanford. Nowhere to go but to first base. You got to get the out. Now 2 runners in scoring position here, second and third, with Dugas up.
Dugas singled his first time up, came around to score. Beloso at third, Arnold at second as Cook delivers. Skied back into the screen. This 3-0 deficit, this is the first time all year that the Cajuns have trailed by as many as 3 runs. They've also never led by more than 2, and some close games all year long. Big breaking ball just misses, and it's 1-1.
Coach Maneri wanting some more runs here. Sacrifice, get 2 runners in scoring position, and a hit might score 2. Pretty good speed on the bases for the Tigers.
Cajun defense playing Dugas for the push side. Center fielder Robertson well over in right center. And this one's way inside, and Dugas has to hit the deck.
There's that running fastball that runs into a right-hander, and man, ran up there right by his chin as you see the replay. Oof. 90-mile-an-hour fastball, a little chin music.
The 2-1 from Cook. That one was also up high, but this time Dugas got around on it, fouled it away.
Comes back with another fastball. Sometimes when you throw that high heat, you come with something low and away, something in the dirt, maybe make him chase. Osborne's got to be a wall back there, nothing to the backstop, or the Tigers will get another run.
A huge hole in left center field as Robertson, the Cajun center fielder, is playing well over into right center. Two from Cook.
There's low and away.
And unable to hold up is Dugas as he goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Lead umpire Jeremy Hayes says yes, he did go around. Third strikeout for Cook. And that was a big one.
And a great play by Osborne to block it and keep in front right there. Down to your knees if you're a catcher and keep that ball right in front of you. You got to bury it. He's able to tag him for the second out.
Yep, and no question he went around on the pitch. Yep. So 2 gone now for Jordan Thompson. Reached on an error, drop fly ball his first time up. His first pitch is low and away. Thompson came in 1 for 5 on the year, but the one hit was a home run. 1-0 pitch, fastball, liner down the third baseline. Nice stop by the third baseman Willis, but unable to make the play, and the run scores. As Thompson got it just inside the line for the 4th hit of the ball game for the Tigers. Beloso scores from third base, and Arnold moves up from second to third.
And at least Willis was able to get a glove on it and keep it in the infield. If that would have gone down to the left field line down there near the bullpen, that would have definitely been 2 runs and maybe even a double for Arnold. I'm sorry, for Thompson.
So runners at the corners with 2 outs. LSU has put up a 4th run here in the 3rd inning. And Alex Milazzo, the catcher, number 9 hitter, hitting for the 2nd time in the ball game already. As the Tigers have already gone twice through the lineup in the first 3 innings. Runner goes, pitches outside down in the dirt, no throw from Osborne, as he did a good job just to keep that one in his mid as Thompson gets the stolen base. So again, LSU with 2 runners in scoring position with a couple of outs. This will be pitch number 69 for Connor Cook. Breaking ball is in this time for call strike 1.
Great pitch right there to even the count. He paints the outside corner.
Thompson's first stolen base of the year has him at second. He's got a pretty good lead as the middle infield is well back. Swing and a miss by Milazzo. And he's down 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Another good pitch, little sinker low and away. And boy, it'd be huge for Cook to keep this a 4-run game right here. Base hit would probably plate 2. 6-0 would be tough to come back from.
Here comes the 1-2. Breaking pitch, swung at and missed. As Cook gets the strikeout, his 4th of the ball game. 1 run for the Tigers, but it could have been more. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's LSU 4, Louisiana 0.
NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
ESPN Plus, your sports, our originals, now streaming.
UFC 259, fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
You know, it took me a couple of nights and I finally figured it out. This is just an advanced scout checking out the Cajuns, because who's coming in this Friday through Sunday?
There you go,
but the Owls of Rice University.
There you go.
Cajuns will host the Owls Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock in those 3 games. And they will be on the road the following Tuesday. They'll head back up for the return contest with Louisiana Tech, the team the Cajuns beat 2-0 last night. They'll also be on the road to take on McNeese the next night in Lake Charles. So 3 big ones this weekend against the Rice Owls, 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that guy perched up in the top of the stadium up here, he'll probably still be here. Big swing and a miss by Bobby Leday. The first pitch offered from Garrett Edwards here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leday, the Cajun second baseman, got his first career start last night. Lines this one into center field. But a lot of room for Sanford, and he makes the catch, his 3rd catch already in the ballgame. So Edwards has still faced the minimum through 7 batters. 1 Cajun hit, wiped out on a double play.
He's been impressive, you know, keeping it around 90 miles an hour, but also a nice over-the-top breaking pitch and a few pitches that dive down low in the zone, keeping these Louisiana batters off balance. And now Louisiana's going to need some base runners here pretty soon.
As Brennan Breaux steps in. Played 2 seasons at LSU after a solid career. All-American career in high school at St. Thomas More High School. Played in 30 games for the Tigers with 8 starts over 2 years before transferring back home. Set out the 2018 season. This pitch down low, and it's even up at a ball and a strike. Started 12 times out of last year's 15 games and hit .302. That led the Cajuns in that abbreviated season. This pitch stays up, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. The year before, he had hit .295 when he started 59 games in his redshirt junior year in 2019. 2-1 pitch, hit to right field and hit deep. Nobody is there. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. It's 4-1.
That is a bomb. Sitting dead red, got the pitch that he wanted, turned it around, barreled it up, and that was a no-doubter. That may be on the soccer field, on the track out there for Brennan Breaux.
First homer of the year for Breaux, 4th for the Cajuns this year. And Louisiana is on the board here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First home run here at Teague-Moore Field this year.
Gets the Louisiana faithful fired up. Big home run to get him within 3.
As the shortstop Sam Riola steps in, number 9 hitter in the Louisiana lineup, hitting .250, 3 out of 12 this year. Squares to bunt, takes Edwards offering up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
And now Riola wants to get on base any way he can. 2-0, wants to make sure that Edwards throws him a strike before he goes up there swinging.
Fastball is in for that call strike. Five home games this week for Louisiana. Last night's game against Louisiana Tech's Bulldogs. Tonight against LSU, and the 3 this weekend against Rice's Owls.
Good cut that time on that hanging breaking ball over the top. He was able to recognize it, make an adjustment, and have a nice cut at it. Couldn't catch up.
2-2 pitch. They'll appeal to first, and able to hold up was Riola. That was a really good pitch to take, and you could tell that he didn't have a very good swing at it. Riola, product of Ham Lake, Minnesota. So we hope everybody in Minnesota is watching us tonight. The 3-2, that's down low, ball 4. Riola draws the first walk of the ball game from Edwards. Fifth time already this year that Riola has drawn a free pass. I guess that means that he has a pretty good idea of the strike zone.
Yes, indeed. And Bro with the bomb. Your 8-hitter takes one out. Your 9-hitter gets on base, and now you got the top of the order coming up, and you're within striking distance.
Tyler Robertson struck out swinging his first time up. Lines this one into left center field, and this is going to get down for a base hit. Riola had a great jump. He will easily make it all the way to third, turning and heading for second as Robertson stretches it to a double.
Great hustle by Robertson. Never stops and gets to second base. And Louisiana with something cooking here.
I was watching Riola and looked up, and Robertson is halfway between first and second. Yeah, it's not like that was slowly hit. Just Robertson showed some speed rounding.
He had an idea that the outfielder may go straight to third, and if he can get to second, put another runner in scoring position, he takes that bag. That's a big play.
Second hit of the inning, third hit of the ball game for the Cajuns. And now the Tigers' turn to play the infield deep. They will give up the run to get the out. As Connor Kemple stands in, backs out. Kemple called out on strikes his first time up. Big cut and a miss. He was trying to tie it with one swing. Kemple 5 of 18 for the weekend. That was a .278 average with a homer. 2 runs batted in. The 0-1 from Edwards. Fastball right down the heart that time. And it's no balls and 2 strikes, as Kemple was obviously looking for something else.
And Robertson getting to second base also takes out the double play possibility for the Tigers. Now a deep fly ball or a hard ground ball will score a run.
.02 swung at and missed. They'll have to throw to first to get the out, but Riola has to hold at third base as Kemple goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the ball game for Kemple, and the third for Edwards, and it comes at a big time.
Yes, it does, and that's a great pitch by Edwards, keeping it low in the zone, making it look like a strike, and then diving out of the zone. Can't make contact to keep it alive, so 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Designated hitter Ben Fitzgerald flied to center field his first time up. Big swing and a miss at the breaking ball again. Nicely blocked by Milazzo.
And that's huge. That gives your pitcher confidence to be able to throw that pitch in that situation when you've got a catcher like that that's going to keep it in front.
The 0-1, that's down again. A nice block by Milazzo to maybe save a run.
Smother it. Went to the same pitch, trying to get him to chase a ball out of the zone again. That time he holds up, evens up the count, 1-1.
That's Riola at third base. got a pretty good lead with Thompson playing well off the line. Line foul on the right side that goes off the pavilion. And that'll go to 1-2. Warm-up activity in the Tiger bullpen as Will Helmers, freshman right-hander from Jesuit in New Orleans, actually from Metairie. Tigers pulled well around in the defensive infield now. 1-2 pitch way up high. In fact, the shortstop Arnold is playing on the first base side of second.
The shift.
The third baseman Thompson is where the shortstop would normally be, so a huge lead for Riola.
Shift is definitely on, and yeah, anything in the dirt or bounces away not very far from the catcher, he'll score.
Here comes the 2-2.
And hit him.
And the bases are loaded. First hit batsman of the year for Edwards.
And now we'll probably get a visit from the pitching coach, and needs to settle him down right here. Try to get out of this inning as some activity in the Tiger bullpen.
Yep. Almost went behind him, and we will get a trip from Alan Dunn, the Tigers pitching coach. And this is just, unless something is different, this is just a settle down trip, because usually when Dunn comes out, the pitcher's going to stay in.
Yep.
When Coach Maneri comes, he comes with the hook.
That's exactly right. And just trying to calm him down here, making sure he does throw strikes. He doesn't have a base to put him on, so he's got to throw strikes, got to let the defense play behind him. But boy, a hit right here would make things very interesting.
Milazzo, the catcher, went to the dugout for just a minute, so I don't know if he had some type of equipment issue or what, but now he joins the conversation, as does plate umpire Jeremy Hayes. And naturally, right at the time he gets there is when things break up. Funny how it works out like that.
Yes, indeed. Always. In Louisiana, I think, has a pitcher ready for maybe the next inning. He's standing at the gate. Not sure who that is, but we may have a pitching change for the Ragin Cajuns in the next inning.
Carson Rocafort, the right fielder, the freshman, singled his first time up. Matt Deggs does not hesitate using freshmen. He's got Rocafort in the cleanup position. He threw a natural freshman on opening night as his starting pitcher in Hayden Dirk, who I'm sure we'll probably see in the Friday spot against Rice.
Big spot for the freshman here. 2-out hit would be huge. Good pitch.
Nice pitch. Took just a little bit off of it for strike one.
Yep, 84 miles an hour. When you see some coming in at 92 and you're sitting there looking for that fastball, and that off speed just freezes you.
Rocafort 4 out of 13 so far this year. He's got 4 runs batted in. Prime position to get a couple more here. Grounded foul on the right side past Cajun first base coach Jake Wells.
Pretty good pitch to hit right there. 85 miles an hour up in the zone. Rocafort was all over it, pulls it foul. Way ahead right here, Edwards. Let's see if he decides to come right at him, or if he's going to nibble around the plate or get him to try to chase something out of the zone.
Here comes the shift again. Big swing and a miss as Rocafort didn't come up with it. He goes down swinging for the third out of the inning. Cajuns get one. They could have gotten a lot more. We go to the fourth. It's Tigers 4 and Cajuns 1.
This is the best of the best.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
I get those goosebumps every time.
3 championship fights. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this.
I'm gonna get that in my head. We go next.
This is the GOAT. I need the high, throw that to the side. Megan Anderson. I get those goosebumps every time. Throw that to the side.
It's as big as it gets.
I get those goosebumps every time.
I love how the feeling it tastes. I
Sunbelt Conference baseball is underway across the league. Of course, Louisiana with that 3-1 record in the West. UTA's only played the one game. They're the only unbeaten team already in the league. Arkansas State showing 0-0, but they opened up tonight in a game that was delayed with weather. And it was a tough night for Arkansas State. Number 1 ranked Ole Miss beat them 12-1 earlier this evening. 5 finals already in the Sun Belt tonight. Georgia State loses at home to Georgia 6-2. Georgia Southern pounds College of Charleston 18-7 on the road. Texas State holds off Sam Houston State 5-4 at home, and just finished up. Number 20 ranked Oklahoma State defeated Little Rock in Stillwater 7-2. And we do have a new arm on the mound for the Cajuns as Jason Nelson comes on to make his second appearance of the year. Nelson threw 2 innings against Tulane over the weekend. 4.50 earned run average for the right-hander from Phoenix, Arizona. Product of Central Arizona. Nelson threw in the third game of the Tulane series, the game the Cajuns won 9-7 through 2 innings in relief. Gave up 3 hits and 1 run as the first pitch to leadoff hitter Dylan Cruz is grounded to second base. Flip from Lede to Bro for the first out. So quickly 1 gone here in the 4th.
1 pitch, 1 out. First pitch fastball just could not lay off. A lot of times you want your leadoff hitter, especially with a new pitcher, see some pitches, make him work, but 1 pitch, 1 out for the Cajuns.
And the first pitch to K. Doty in for call strike 1. Doty 1 for 2, flied out to right, and then singled in a run on that hard shot to shortstop back in the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch, fastball just misses down low, and it's 1-1. Nelson through the 6th and 7th innings in the game number 3 against Tulane. 3 hits, 1 run. He walked 1, struck out 2. Big cut and a miss at a breaking ball that time, and he's out front, a ball and 2 strikes. That was the game that Jack Burke came on and pitched the last 5 innings in that 12-inning game, and hung on to get the win in that one. 1-2 up high, but going after it, taking the hack up high is Doty, and he doesn't come up with it, and he is the first strikeout victim of Nelson in the ballgame.
That's the high heat, way ahead in the count. You can see that's nowhere near a strike, but sometimes those batters, those guys dig in there and they see that pitch at their eyes, they just can't lay off, and it's a waste pitch. You're still ahead. You can come back with something low, something in the dirt, something off speed, but sometimes they can't hold off and you get the strikeout.
Trey Morgan stands in 0 for 2, grounded back to the box and struck out.
Nelson with great location so far, not putting anything over the middle of the plate, but still close enough the umpire could maybe give him a strike, but 0-1 here.
Just misses the outside corner and down 2 balls and no strikes. Starter Connor Cook ends up going the 3 innings. Gives up 4 hits, 4 runs. Only 1 of them was earned. Those 3 Cajun errors coming into play. He walked 3, struck out 4. This one's fouled away.
And boy, that was a good pitch to hit right there. That one right over the middle of the plate. You can see it from behind Nelson, right down the middle. I know Morgan kicking himself for missing that pitch.
Two-one pitch.
Whew, that's a good pitch.
Misses. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. So Connor Cook is on the hook for the loss unless Louisiana can rally back. Here comes the 3-1 from Nelson. That one's down low, ball 4.
Nelson really wanted that pitch before to be called a strike. It was close enough, put it in a good spot, didn't get it, and then came with something out of the zone and he'll walk him. Tigers have a runner here with 2 outs.
4th walk given up by Cajun pitching in the ball game. Cajuns cut their walks down a lot the last 2 games after struggling the first 2. Big swing and a miss by Veloso, who is officially 0 for 0. He's walked both of his first 2 times at the plate against Cook. Oh, 1 pitch fastball is in that time for a call strike at 91.
That's a great pitch right there by Nelson, a location pitcher. He does not want to throw anything over the middle of the plate. Everything on the corners, nibbling, trying to get strikes called. Now he's way ahead.
Morgan 2 for 2 stolen bases this year as the 0-2 is fouled away. Coming into the night, he had 2 of the Tigers' 3 steals.
Got that one up to 93 miles an hour as it's away from the left-hander. Trying to get him to chase, and he does, but he does make contact, and he'll stay alive.
The 0-2 to Beloso again. Ground ball right down the line at third base. Willis was playing well off the bat. Throw is going to come in time, and they'll say he got him on the nice throw from left field by Kemple to get the 3rd out.
Coach Maneri won't be happy about that. You never want to make the 3rd out at third base.
Veloso gets the base hit, but Morgan's thrown out at 3rd and keeps the Cajuns within 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still Tigers 4 and Cajuns 1.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. Bobby's wondering if you could watch cartoons with him.
Yeah, sounds nice. I hope we can soon.
Dad, check your email.
Okay, click.
Hi, Grandpa!
What is this?
It's Sling Watch Party. You can invite people to watch live TV with you.
Wow.
Hey, family.
Uncle!
How'd you get in there, Todd?
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere, only from Sling. Get the best of cable for the best price.
Tigers get a throw out on the bases to end the inning. Connor Kemple with a nice throw from left field. And Willis able to get the tag.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he ran through the stop sign right there. And you can even see Morgan, the ball's in front of him. So he's got to be able to see that left fielder. If it's down the right field line where he can't see it, that's a different story. But if he sees the left fielder on the ball, he's got to stay there, give the next batter a chance to get him in with 2 outs.
As the official bank of Ragin Cajun Athletics, Hancock Whitney is proud to offer the official debit card to Ragin Cajun fans. Learn more at www.hancockwhitney.com/UL. 5, 6, and 7 for the Cajuns in the bottom of the 4th inning to face the new pitcher in the ball game for the Tigers.
Trouble.
Will Helmers comes in and going out to make the catch.
Man, that's a great play.
Is the second baseman Doty on the skied first pitch from Osborne.
You have no idea how hard that play is to make because you got 3 guys converging on the ball, and a lot of times you're sprinting and you're hesitant, but you can see you got to communicate. If nobody calls you off, you go make that play. That's a big-time play by Doherty.
Will Helmers, 6'4" freshman right-hander from Jesuit High School. Coming in here in the 4th, and his first pitch to C.J. Willis misses just outside for ball 1.
And when you're looking up at that ball, Dan, all you hear is footsteps. You got 3 guys running. Are you going to run into anybody? That's a nice play for the first out.
First appearance of the year for Helmers. Actually, first appearance of his career. And he's got a 1-1 count on C.J. Willis, who grounded into a double play his first time up. Took a big hack at this one, and he's down a ball and 2 strikes. Willis was 5 for 11 in the Cajuns' first 4 games. Takes this pitch. Didn't miss by much, and it's 2-2.
About to say the same thing. That's where you want to put it, right there. Up in the zone. See if you can get that call.
Garrett Edwards goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 1 earned run. He walked 1, struck out 4. Only threw 54 pitches, 38 of them for strikes. 2-2 pitch. Willis was behind that one, and he goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the ball game for Helmers.
Leadoff batter. Getting the leadoff batter out is so important in a tight game. You don't want to put any runners on.
Bobby Leday flied out his first time up. And first pitch from Helmers misses outside. 4-1. Both the Tigers and the Cajuns going to the bullpen here in the 4th inning as this pitch is in for a called strike. One big breaking pitch stayed inside.
A little more action down in the Louisiana bullpen. It's number 30.
That's David Christie, hometown product from St. Thomas More here in Lafayette. Only had a brief appearance over the weekend. Willis played in 4 games for LSU during that shortened 2020 season. This pitch misses low and away. The previous year, he had played in 24 games as a true freshman. That was in 2019. He actually started 11 games. Had 4 doubles, 7 runs batted in. 3-2 pitch. Check that. That was Willis was the last hitter, of course, as Leday grounds to second. Doty has it, easy pickup, and it's an easy inning for Helmers. 1-2-3, nothing across. We'll go to the 5th. Tigers 4, Cajuns
1. UFC 259, fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
He's a guy that lives for these moments. He's completely fearless.
Kevin Durant is just on another level. Kawhi Leonard is the most prolific winner.
obviously, play underway also in the SEC. That says Conference USA, but unless a lot of teams have moved in a hurry, that was the SEC standings. And everybody in the SEC has already started playing. Tigers will open their SEC schedule on March the 19th when they'll host Mississippi State for a 3-game series. Auburn, South Carolina, and Tennessee all off to a hot 4-0 start. Ole Miss ranked number 1 in the country now this week. They started out 3-0. Wow. We'll go to the 5th inning, and Zach Arnold will stand in. 2nd inning on the hill for Cajun pitcher Jason Nelson. Gave up a walk and a hit back in the 4th, but a throw out from left field ended that inning. Arnold 1 for 2 and skies the 1-0 pitch out of play.
Had a good cut. Had that 91-mile-an-hour fastball right there, right over the middle of the plate. Fouls it back. Evens the count, 1-1.
Arnold grounded back to the box in the 1st, singled in the 3rd. 1-1 from Nelson. Back in 2019, he was a draft pick of the San Diego Padres. Played 2 years at Central Arizona. Fouled back into the screen. Nelson's Central Arizona team won the junior college national championship his last year there.
Pitch up and in that time on Dugas. Jams him. But he does fight it off. He'll get another pitch.
Check of Sanford at first. Big swing and a miss at a big breaking ball that time from Nelson. And there's 2 gone.
There's the high fastball inside, and then you come with that low breaking ball. I think it was 78 miles an hour. You see how gets his weight all the way out in front. Can't make contact, can't stay alive. Strike out for out number 2.
When the hitter has to put his hand on the ground to keep his balance, you know the pitcher's delivered a pretty good pitch.
Absolutely.
Jordan Thompson stands in. 1 for 2. Reached on an error and scored in the 2nd. Singled and stole a base in the 3rd. That's on the outside corner again with the breaking ball. Sanford with a little bit bigger lead at first. There he goes. Ground ball hits slowly toward Riola. Scoop throw is in time for the 3rd out. So a 1-out hit does not blossom for LSU in the 5th. No runs on the hit. 1 left on base halfway through here at the tee. Tigers 4, Cajuns 1.
I get those goosebumps every time.
3 championship fights. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this.
I'm going to get that in my head week, not next.
This is the GOAT. I need the high, throw that to the side. Ragin Anderson. I get those goosebumps every time. Right around, we throw that to the side.
It's as big as it gets.
I get those goosebumps every time.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
Brennan Breaux will lead things off for the Cajuns at the bottom of the fifth, and all he did last time up was lose one over the right field wall to account for Louisiana's only run, and that was a no-doubter hitting up in the pine trees.
Got all of that one. A little bat flip as he rounds the bases, and a big home run for the local product here from St. Thomas More to get Louisiana on the board. And I'm sure they'll be careful with him right here, as we'll have righty against lefty.
Will Helmers back out for his second inning of work. Retired the Cajuns up and down in the fourth with a strikeout. And Louisiana didn't get the ball out of the infield against him.
Yeah, threw some good pitches, worked ahead, kept the ball around the plate, let his defense work for him. And let's see what Brennan Breaux can do here in the bottom of the fifth, down 4-1.
First pitch misses away, 4-1. Breaux hitting .308 coming into the evening with 3 RBIs. He's now got 4. And the 1-0 from Helmers, big swing and the miss. The 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, a good pitch to hit right there, as the first one was way outside. That one right down the middle. Breaux took a hack. Couldn't put it in play.
1-1 from Helmers. Misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Brennan Breaux's younger sister Avery, of course, played on the Ragin Cajun volleyball team. I had a chance to do a lot of their games in the fall here on ESPN Plus. 2-1 pitch is fouled back into the screen. Of course, he comes from a athletic family. His grandfather Jerry played college basketball for the Ragin Cajuns back in the day, as he says. Brennan's already got his degree, working toward his MBA. 2-2 pitch misses outside, and the count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here in the 5th inning.
A good at bat from your leadoff hitter here in this inning, making him throw a lot of pitches, working the count, trying to get something he can drive.
3-2.
There it is.
Nub toward the shortstop. Nice play by Arnold. Throw across is in time.
Great play.
As Morgan did a great job of keeping his foot on the bag.
He sure did, and Arnold moving to his right and having to throw across his body. Seen a couple of nice plays here by the shortstops for both teams, and that's a big out to start the inning.
Look at the stretch by Morgan here, as he had his foot off of it, and then did he get it back? Whew, close play. Foot was bouncing just a little bit, but you can't tell if he still got it. Obviously, James Ainsworth, first base umpire, said that he kept it, so it's out number 1 as Sam Riola, speaking of shortstops. He checks in, walked his first time up. 1-0 pitch, cut at and missed, and it's all even. Riola was a two-way player for Iowa Western. He also pitched actually at Bethel University coming out of high school before going to Iowa Western, when he played mostly in a position role. And the 1-2 from Helmers, up high, but cutting at it and not coming up with it is Riola. So he went after the high heat, and it goes down swinging for the second out.
That's exactly right. You throw it up there. Good hitters sometimes are able to hold off, and you can see the 92-mile-an-hour fastball up there at the letters. And man, your eyes get big. You think you can hit it in the trees, and you just can't catch up with it. Had a pretty good cut at it, though.
5 in a row retired by Will Helmers. As the leadoff hitter Tyler Robertson stands in. He's 1 for 2. Had a hustle double back in the 3rd inning. Struck out back in the 1st, so he's 1 for 2. Came into tonight 4 out of 20, hitting .200. This one skied on the left side. Thompson is over near the fence, but handling it is going to be the shortstop Arnold, and makes the grab right up next to the fence for the 3rd out. So it's up and down again for the Cajuns in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played 5. It's still LSU 4 and Louisiana 1.
My mom, she was my inspiration for becoming a nurse. I missed my mom. She would make a Puerto Rican dish or an Italian dish, and those were always so delicious.
Mom! Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
How proud I am. And I miss you. I love you.
I love you more.
This is star power from the jump.
You can't love business so wrong, man. He sure is. This is the best of the bad. Good as this kid.
Louisiana will go to the bullpen for its 3rd pitcher of the night, and it's a local product, David Christie, out of St. Thomas More High School, making his 2nd appearance of the year and looking to come up with a little bit better outing than his first when he threw in the 2nd game, the middle game against Tulane on Saturday. Struggled a little bit, only got 1 out, gave up 2 hits and 3 runs. He also walked 3 in that quick appearance. Looking for a little bit more now, and Cajun coaches are high on his future.
Big hard throwing right-hander, 6'5", 197, from that great baseball program at St. Thomas More.
Lettered in baseball and also was in football for 3 years. Played on that 2019 state championship STM football squad. And he will face the number 9 hitter, Alex Milazzo, and then back to the top of the order for the Tigers. Milazzo 0 for 2, but has an RBI on an infield ground ball. And the first pitch from Christie misses low and away, ball 1.
And his job is to try to keep this right here, keep it a 3-run game, keep the Tigers from scoring, see if Louisiana can scrounge up a few runs late.
90-mile-an-hour fastball misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Jason Nelson goes 2 innings, gives up a couple of hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 2. This pitch took something off that and got it in for call strike 1. I say took something off of it. It looked very easy, but it came in at 90 miles an hour.
90 miles an hour, you're right.
2-1 pitch, fouled away, and it's all even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jason Nelson threw 20 of his 27 pitches for strikes, so you know that's something that the Cajun bench really wanted to see. 2-2 from Christie. Big breaking ball, swung at and missed. Milazzo goes down swinging for the first down of the inning. And Christie, of course, his first strikeout as a collegiate.
And that's big to get that leadoff number 9 hole hitter out, as you have the top of the lineup here coming up with Cruz for the Tigers.
Cruz 0 for 3. Of course, came in with that red hot average, 583 through the Tigers' first 3 games, and takes the first pitch up and in. Reached on an error in the first, struck out in the second, and grounded out in the fourth. Swings and misses at slider this time. And the count's all even at a ball and a strike. Breaking ball catches the inside half there, and Christie's out front, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And looks a lot more comfortable than he did in that Saturday game at Tulane. Big swing and a miss down in the dirt. Gets away though from Osborne all the way back to the fence. And Cruz will be at first base.
And you're right, big right-hander. Looking comfortable up there. Your first appearance here at home. You're a local product. Playing against LSU, the 45 minutes away, big rival, and man, looking good so far, but pass ball gets through and they'll have a runner here for the Tigers.
So Cruz will be at first base. Don't know if they'll give that a wild pitch or a pass ball. He buried it. Ground ball into the hole on the hit and run, and perfectly played by the Tigers as Riola was running towards second base with the runner started. And Doty hit it right in the hole where Riola was. So the Tigers have runners at the corners with 1 out.
Yeah, Riola heading to second base to cover on the throw and tries to get back to the hole. Sometimes they'll designate who's going to cover that bag, and when there's a right-handed hitter, sometimes you'll leave your shortstop at home to make that play, but he heads over, I think, kind of instinctively to back up the throw to second base, and now LSU has a little something cooking here.
The ball getting through on the strikeout ends up being huge, because had that not happened, Doty's ground ball would just have been a routine play and the Cajuns would have been out of the inning. Instead, first and third and only 1 out. And Matt Deggs is going to come out.
Got a lefty warming up down there.
And he's already made the call, and he's going to go to a left-hander. As we will take a quick break and come back and meet the Cajuns' new pitcher when we return. We're in the 6th. It's Tigers 4, Cajuns 1.
I just used Taco Bell's app to build my own $5 cravings box. It's got a crunchy taco, chalupa.
Obviously, you'd start with the beefy 5-layer burrito.
Beefy 5-layer? Nah, man. More like a bean burrito.
Cute, but
It's all about the cheesy gordita crust!
Eat like you and build your own $5 cravings box. Only online or with the Taco Bell app.
to the Pittsburgh natives supporting a different black and gold.
Hey, come on, scarf up.
And the fan near Wrigley Field just as drawn to the octagon.
No, not now, no.
This is your stream. ESPN Plus. It exists because you do.
The Cajuns will go to the bullpen, and Austin Perrin will be on to make his third appearance already this year. All of them have been short relief efforts. The junior from Butte and Hanville High School threw to a couple batters last night. He got one out and walked one batter before being replaced, as the Cajuns played a little lefty-righty last night. And that's what they're doing also here, Eric, because the Tigers have left-handed hitters due up. First two batters to face Perrin.
And we saw Maneri early in the game with the runner on first and third steal second base. So you put a lefty in there also to keep that runner at first base a little bit closer so he can't swipe the bag, and a hit will only get you one run. If he steals second, a hit will get you two.
Trey Morgan will stand in. 0 for 2, grounded out in the first, struck out in the second, walked in the fourth.
Keeping him at first also keeps the double play in order. And that's your pitcher's best friend, as you know, Dan.
First pitch, big cut and a miss from Morgan for strike one. Cajuns have turned 6 double plays in their first 4 games. Tigers had 3, and they've got 1 more tonight. 0-1 pitch, well outside with the breaker. And it's a ball and a strike. Perrin missed all of last year, the abbreviated year, due to injury, but he threw 67 2/3 in 2019 as a sophomore. That was the most innings of any Cajun pitcher, as Morgan nubs this one foul, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Perrin goes up in the zone with the fastball, not throwing as hard as the last few Ragin Cajuns. That fastball at 88 miles an hour. Now ahead in the count. Lefty on lefty. Sometimes you go with that low breaking ball, try to get him to chase something or come back with the heat.
1-2 from Perrin.
There it
Swings
is.
and misses. Big breaking ball was way out of the zone, but Morgan couldn't hold up. And Perrin strikes out the first batter he sees, and now there are 2 gone.
Great move by Coach Deggs, bringing in the lefty to face the lefty, and now another lefty coming up. He still has the same situation here, but 2 outs.
Cade Beloso's been on base every time so far tonight. Walked in the first, walked and scored in the third, and singled in the fourth. This one stays up high, ball 1. Beloso now hitting .333 this year, 3 out of 9 on the season. And the 1-0 from Perrin, skied foul well over the Cajun dugout.
And the Cajuns are playing him to go the opposite way. You can see Robertson, the center fielder, shading more toward left field as Beloso does foul that one off opposite.
One pitch from the lefty, stays up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cruz is at third, Doty at first. 2 gone here in the 6th. Cajun pitchers have recorded 8 strikeouts tonight. 2-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Missed somewhere, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
A lot of umpires in red up in the stands thought that was a strike. And boy, it was close. Some passionate fans wanted that strike.
3-1 pitch. That one misses outside, ball 4. So Beloso draws his 3rd walk of the evening. And the bases are now loaded with 2 outs.
And the old come on blue chant.
Now a right-hander to
out.
face Perrin, as Zach Arnold will stand in. He's 1 for 3.
Took 2 nights, but we finally got the come on blue.
Arnold singled and was left stranded at third base back in the 3rd inning.
Trying to get the signal straight from catcher to pitcher with a runner on second. Sometimes you want to change up your signals so they can't look in and steal anything.
This one stays up high. 1 ball, no strikes. They play in the 6th. This is the only time these teams are scheduled to meet this year. They've played on a fairly regular basis most of the last few years. The 1-0 fastball, that misses low and in, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
And boy, you don't want to fall behind these hitters and have to throw something over the middle of the plate. You got 2 outs. You can keep it a 4-1 game right here. But if you get this guy something good to hit, he's going to make you pay.
Here comes the 2-0, and that one's up high. So it's 3 balls and no strikes now.
And no place to put him.
I said this is the only time that these teams are scheduled to play this year. Of course, in this COVID pandemic season, you never know about scheduling, as you've seen the turmoil that's happened with basketball and football already. 3-0 pitch, that's low and in, ball 4, and forces in a run. Arnold draws a 2nd straight walk from Perrin, picks up an RBI as Cruz scores from third base to make it 5-1. And the base is still loaded with 2 outs. And the left-hander Mitchell Sanford will stand in. Sanford officially 1 for 1. Walked, a sac bunt, and a single. Ground ball toward the first baseman, Bro, able to scoop it, step on the bag. to get the third out. So the Tigers leave them loaded here in the 6th. But they do get a run. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Tigers 5 and Cajuns
1. I get those goosebumps every time.
3 championship fights. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this.
I'm gonna get that in my head. We go next.
This is the GOAT. I need the high. Throw that to the side. Ragin Anderson. I get those goosebumps every time. Right around. Throw that to the side.
It's as big as it gets.
I get those goosebumps every time.
ESPN Plus, your sports, our originals, now streaming.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
Eight.
We will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Southern Farm Bureau, real service, real people. That's the Farm Bureau promise. LSU will bring on a new pitcher as Matthew Beck. Big 6'7" graduate student, right-hander from Alexandria Senior High. Come on to pitch here in the 6th inning. After a nice 2-inning relief performance by Will Helmers, who retired all 6 Cajuns that he faced, got 2 strikeouts and nothing left the infield. And now Matthew Beck. He'll be making his first appearance of this season. Pitched in 7 games last year. In 12 innings, did not give up an earned run. Gave up 5 hits, only one run. It was not earned. He did walk 7, but struck out 11. And he'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the Louisiana lineup as Connor Kemple leads things off. Struck out both of his first 2 times up, and takes a curveball in for call strike 1. Squares to bunt, takes it way inside, and it's even up at a ball and a strike.
Base runners, you want to try to get them base runners, maybe a little drag bunt here, but man, way inside. The breaking ball just doesn't break.
1-1 from Beck, swung at and missed. Took a little bit off the fastball, came in at 86. And Kemple's down in the count, of ball and 2 strikes. Big breakers fouled away. Count stays 1-2. Quick look around the Sun Belt. Georgia State lost at home to Georgia today, 6-2. Georgia Southern beat College of Charleston 18-7 on the road. Texas State defeats Sam Houston 5-4 at home. Ole Miss beat Arkansas State in Oxford 12-1, as this one's also skied foul. Oklahoma State, ranked number 20, defeated Little Rock in Stillwater 7-2. And a couple of other games in action. ULM with a 5-0 lead at home against Northwestern State. That's in the 7th inning. And UTA and Oklahoma, that game being played at Globe Life Field in Arlington. No score there as they play in the 1st. And that's got you up on all of the Sun Belt scores from today and tonight.
Kemple works the count to even, 2-2.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Oof. Fastball, skied foul again.
Good pitch to hit right there. Kemple's had a couple of really good cuts at some of these fastballs right over the middle of the plate. He's getting a little frustrated that he's missing them.
These foul balls that are hitting up in the metal canopy over the grandstand here, that's going to disturb our buddy the Owl up there.
That Owl's been alone out here for a long time. He must be wondering what is going on 2 nights in a row.
2-2, blooped into short right field, but going back is the second baseman Doty, and he's got it for the first out.
Inside fastball jams him. Not able to drive it, not able to hit it hard. Just pops it up to the second baseman for the first out.
That'll bring up Ben Fitzgerald, officially 0 for 1, flied out to center field, and then was hit by a pitch in the third inning. Fitzgerald with 3 hits on the season. One of those, the 12th inning home run at Tulane on Sunday.
Starts him off with an over-the-top breaking ball, and you really want to be able to throw those breaking balls for strikes. If you can't, you got to come with the fastball, and a lot of these hitters are fastball hitters.
That one stays outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
You also don't want to fall behind because you have to come with something good to hit.
The 2-0 from Beck. A little nubber towards second base, handled by Doty. Easy play to first for the second out.
Might have been out in front of that pitch.
9 in a row now retired by LSU pitching. Going back to the third inning. As Carson Rocafort stands in. 1 for 2, singled in the second, struck out in the third. Breaking ball is in for call strike 1.
There's that breaking ball for a strike. A lot of times you're sitting on that fastball, and when you throw that breaking ball, you're just frozen. Good pitch by Beck.
Oh, 1 misses outside. Louisiana coaches very high on Carson Rocafort. I think he is going to be a fixture in that infield for a while. 1-1 pitch out in front of the breaking ball this time.
Over the top breaking ball again, 76 miles an hour, swinging right over the top of it. Now Beck is ahead, 1-2.
This one's lined, and it's going to be foul just outside the first baseline. And Morgan, who was playing over close to the line, had a great effort at that one.
No doubt. The lefty dives into foul territory, almost brings that one in, but that was hit like a missile foul.
So the count remains 1-2 on the freshman cleanup hitter. That one stays outside, and it's 2-2.
Try to get him to chase something low and away on that breaking ball.
Two from Beck. That misses low and away, and the count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Two gone in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cajuns have not had a base runner since the 3rd, but they do now. As Rocafort draws the base on balls. That'll bring up Drake Osborne. Looking for his first hit of the night. Flied out to center, popped up to second. Came in hitting .357 with a couple of doubles and a home run. He's able to hold up on that breaking ball, and it's a ball and no strikes. from Beck. That's way upstairs. And it's 2-0. Beck, the third pitcher that the Tigers have used. Garrett Edwards threw 3 innings in the start, gave up 3 hits and 1 run. 2-0 pitch. Took something off that one and got it in for call strike. Will Helmers came on to throw 2 perfect innings in the 4th and the 5th. And Beck on here in the 6th. And the 2-1 low and in. And after walking Rockefort, Beck's gone 3-1 on Osborne.
And that is the last thing you want to do with a 5-run lead. Just give bases to the opponents and bring up more batters and give them a chance to tighten this game right here. 3-1 hitter's pitch. And he walked.
Up high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Cajuns have runners at first and second. Alex Brady, left-hander, is in the pen, and he's coming as Paul Maneri is on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a change here in the 6th. We'll be back to meet the new Tiger pitcher when we come back. Tigers lead the Cajuns 5-1 here at the tee.
Exclusively on ESPN Plus, UFC 259, Saturday, March 6. A stacked fight card featuring 3 title fights. Blachowicz versus Adesanya.
You got champion versus champion.
Nunez versus Anderson.
This is the GOAT.
And Jan versus Sterling. New subscribers get UFC 259 and a year of ESPN Plus for only $89.98. With ESPN Plus, you'll get unrivaled UFC access, including exclusive fights and original content. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
I get those goosebumps every time.
The most dominant force in the women's game.
This is the GOAT, the best women's fighter of all time.
Amanda Nunes, still queen of the jungle. I get those goosebumps every time.
LSU will go with its 4th pitcher of the ball game, left-hander Alex Brady, native of Longview, Washington, out of Lower Columbia College. Making his 2nd appearance of the year. He's threw 1 inning against Air Force earlier this year. He did give up a run in that, although did not give up a hit. He had a walk and a strikeout, and also had a wild pitch. And he will face a dangerous hitter in C.J. Willis. Or he won't, as the Cajuns will go to a pinch hitter, as Julian Brock will pinch hit for C.J. Willis. Brock 0 for 3 on the young season. All of those came over the weekend against Tulane. He did start one of those 3 games. The first pitch from Brady is in with the fastball for strike 1. Brock, a product of Fulshear, Texas. Highly touted freshman recruit. Skies this pitch. Short right field. Second baseman Doty has to reach back for it, but handles it for the 3rd out of the inning. So the 2 walks do not blossom for the Cajuns in the 6th. They leave 2 runners stranded. They left 5 left in the game. We'll go to the 7th. It's Tigers 5, Cajuns 1.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
She's got a brake job. She needs the right parts. With free next-day delivery from AutoZone, she orders the parts online as late as 10 p.m., and we deliver them the next day, so she can get back on the road. Getting the job done just got easier.
He's a guy that lives for these moments, completely fearless.
Kevin Durant is just on another level. Kawhi Leonard is the most prolific winner in NBA history.
Giannis is such a force of nature. He's almost unstoppable.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
We will go to the top of the 7th inning. Cajuns will go back to the bullpen, and Jeff Wilson will come on as the 5th pitcher of the ball game for Louisiana. Just a reminder that we'll have ESPN Plus coverage tomorrow night. Ragin Cajuns softball, the 7th-ranked Cajuns, looking like they're going to stay undefeated at 6-0. They're 5-0 now, and they lead McNeese 7-3. They're in the 6th inning of that one, and that one going on just a few hundred yards away from us over at Lamson Park. We'll have the Cajuns against the Tigers once again, as LSU softball team will be here in Acadiana tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Central Time. And we'll have all that action between the Cajuns and the Tigers on ESPN Plus.
Big time matchup.
Matchup of 2 top 10 ranked teams.
Big time matchup early in the season. And again, I mentioned it earlier, anytime Ragin Cajuns and Fighting Tigers get together, it's probably going to be exciting, probably going to be a big-time atmosphere and a good game.
Gavin Dugas leads things off, bounces it in the hole to Riola. Long throw, and it hops in front of Bro. He can't make the grab. And Dugas will be at first base. That's the first batter to face Jeff Wilson. Through the final 2/3 of the inning in the season opener against Tulane. Cajuns lost that game 3-2. Wilson gave up a hit.
Another tough play by Riola. That ball just bounced
hop in front of Bro.
Bounced too far out of Bro to be able to pick it. And he tried, couldn't get to it, but the runner does stay at first base, and that was a good hustle.
It'll be a throwing error on Riola, the shortstop, as Dugas is at first base to lead off the 7th, and Jordan Thompson stands in. Wilson deals. That pitch low and away for ball 1. Wilson, a product of Plano, Texas, played at Grayson Community College. Through 10 1/3 innings last year in the shortened season, 3.48 earned run average. Made 7 appearances, all of them in relief. Had a great ratio, nine strikeouts and 2 walks. And 4 of his 7 outings were scoreless. One pitch to Thompson. Chopped foul behind the plate. Thompson is 1 for 3 tonight. Reached on an error and scored in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and grounded out in the 5th. One-two pitch. Whoa. That's high and tight. The throwing error, the 4th error of the ball game for the Ragin Cajuns, and that is something that they had not done so far this year. They had 5 errors as a team through the first 4 games. 2-2 pitch, fastball just misses inside. You could tell from Wilson's body language he wanted that pitch.
So did a few fans here in red. Now we're full. And boy, I know Cajuns looking for a ground ball right here. See if they can turn two, get 2 quick outs.
Dugas at first.
Oh,
Not going as the 3-2 pitch misses inside. Ball 4. And for the 3rd time in the ball game, the Tigers have runners at first and second and nobody out. And the number 9 hitter, Alex Milazzo, is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Did have an RBI ground ball back in the 2nd. First pitch from Wilson, squares to bunt, gets it down, but it's going to go just foul. As Kevin Fitzgerald, who has checked in and is now at third base, replacing Willis, who was pinch hit for, let that one go foul. So no balls and 1 strike to the number 9 hitter in the Tiger order. And the Cajun infield tight at both first and third. As they got the wheel on, Fitzgerald has it. He'll throw to third to get the easy out. And Louisiana guessed right defensively that time.
Yeah, they did. As your 9-hole hitter comes in hitting 125. Coach Maneri trying to move him over for the top of the lineup, and boy, Fitzgerald was all over that, sprints to it, and a nice job of for Riola to be where he's supposed to be as he sprints over to third to get the out.
Fitzgerald was crashing in right when the pitch was delivered, and the Cajuns get the out. Still runners at first and second, but now 1 out, and Dylan Cruz comes to the plate. 0 for 4 tonight. Ground ball.
Oh, there it is.
Speared by Riola. 6-4. Throws it away on the double play. And the run is going to score. And now moving up from first to second is going to be Cruz. Riola made a great stab. Got the out at second, and it looked like it was going to be a double play, but the relay throw was wide and got by Bro, and then a runner came all the way around to score as Thompson scored all the way from second base.
Big time play by the shortstop right there, Riola. He had a couple of chances on some tough plays, and that one he made, but the Cajuns unable to turn the double play, and another run for the Tigers.
And it'll be another unearned run. The Tigers now lead at 6-1. And a big swing and a miss by Kay Doty. He was 2 for 3 on the night. A couple of singles, 2 for 4 rather. 5th error of the ball game for Louisiana. Oh, 1 pitch, catches the inside corner at the knees, and quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Big swing and a miss. And Doty goes down swinging to end the 7th. But the Tigers pick up 1 more here in the top of the 7th. And they lead it 6-1. 7th inning stretch here at the tee. It's Tigers 6, Cajuns 1.
This is star power from the jump.
This is the best of them. How good is this kid?
This is star power from the jump.
This is the best of the bad. Good is this kid.
The dulcet tones of John Fogerty echoing around MLT Moore Field as the traditional center field during the 7th inning stretch. And our socially distanced seating fans, most of them on their feet, clapping along. Lafayette Roofing is the official roofing company of the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns. From the roof to the roots of Acadiana, Lafayette Roofing is here for you. Bobby Leday will lead things off for Louisiana in the bottom of the 7th, and we'll see if he does the veteran move. And yes, he is, at least a little bit, as he's staying out of the batter's box. Give the fans a little chance to sing. Jeremy Hayes says you got to get in the box. So, but that doesn't mean that the fans are going to stop singing.
They did it last night. They're going to do it again tonight.
First pitch from Alex Brady is outside for ball 1. Brady on for his first full inning of work. He came on to get the last out in the 6th inning. Got out of a 2 runners on base jam. Swing and miss by Leday. And the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. Leday's 0 for 2, flied out and grounded out.
Had a good cut at that 88-mile-an-hour fastball right there, but not able to put it in play. Louisiana needs base runners. He'll try to drag bunt his way on. Nice play.
But nice pickup over there by Brady. And got the out at first base on the attempted drag bunt. Flip to Morgan is in plenty time. And 1 gone for Brennan Breaux. Has provided the only run of the ball game for the Cajuns. As you see the quick flip.
Yeah, nice play.
Made it a pretty close play, but Brady got it there in time with the underhand flip. Breaux solo home run back in the 3rd inning. The only scoring for the Cajuns. Nubs this one toward the 3rd baseman right off the barrel, and Thompson has it for the easy pop-up for the 2nd out. So quickly 2 gone for Louisiana in the 7th.
And you saw Leday with kind of a push bunt on that drag. He went to the first base side instead of the normal 3rd base side, because with a left-handed pitcher, he falls off the mound toward the 3rd base line, so he tries to push it. If he'd have got that past the pitcher, that would have been a base hit. But a nice play by Brady to scoop it up and get the 1st out, and then the pop-up with Breaux is out number 2.
Number 9 hitter, nope, it won't be Sam Riola, as the Cajuns will send up a pinch hitter as Jonathan Brandon will come in to pinch hit for Riola. Takes the first pitch away for ball 1. Brandon was a starter in 3 of the 4 games this year, 2 out of 12 with a double. Breaking ball catches the inside half of the plate. And it's a ball, rather, should be a ball and a strike. That was a strike, right? I thought it was. We'll find out in a second as this one's fouled away.
2-1 on the scoreboard.
Yep. Brandon came out of Bossier City in Airline High School, but played collegiately at Murray State Junior College before signing with the Cajuns. Missed all of last year, injured, did not play in the short season. Two-1 is nubbed over toward the Cajun dugout. In fact, Jonathan's dad, Dustin, played baseball at LSU from 1993 to 1995 before he transferred to Centenary for his final 2 years. The 2-2 from Brady. Just misses outside. And we're full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Lefty to righty, tries that backdoor breaking ball, trying to paint that outside corner just off the plate.
Two again. Did he hold up? No, he didn't, as he is punched out. First base umpire James Ainsworth said he went around. And the Cajuns go up and down in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the 8th. It's still Tigers 6, Cajuns 1.
All right. This is star power from the jump.
This is the best of the how good is this kid?
Wow, that's a low price.
Oh wow, that's a low price. What?
Ooh, that's a low price.
You're so good at low prices.
Yeah.
Circle back on that later.
That's a low price.
Dan, you're off mute, buddy.
No, low price.
Dog life.
Low price.
That's a low price. I'm kind of kidding.
With everyday low prices at Amazon, anytime is a good time to save.
We'll go to the 8th inning, and the Cajuns will go to pitcher number 6 as Brandon Talley, the left-hander, will come on to make what is his 4th appearance already this year. Talley threw the last inning last night, gave up a couple of hits, but got a strikeout and got his 2nd save of the year. He had also picked up a save in the middle game against Tulane. So the junior from Princeton, Texas. Maybe the first time he's been out there, there's not been a save situation this year. Well, actually, he pitched an inning and 2/3 in the opener through the 6th and the 7th inning, which was very effective there. So Talley making his 4th appearance. And he will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Tiger batting order as Trey Morgan leads things off. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk as he takes the first pitch breaker in for call strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch is lined into left field, but going back and making the grab is Kemple on that line drive, and quickly one gone. Jonathan Brandon stayed in the game after pinch hitting, and he is now at, I think that's him at 2nd base. And Brett Borgogno is checked in, and he's at the shortstop spot as he replaces Leday in the lineup. So Cajuns do some shifting around in the infield. Breaking ball is in for call strike 1 to Cade Beloso, who the Cajuns have not been able to keep off base. 3 walks and a base hit. 1-1 pitch is in for call strike 2.
Great location by Talley, putting it right where he wants. Now he's ahead in the count. See if he gets something to chase on those curveballs. There it is, low and away.
Talley's going to work quickly, I can promise you that.
Yep, and in a 6-run game, you want to get him some work, keep him Keep him active, keep him out there, give a couple of position players a chance to play.
2-2 pitch, swung at and missed. Went with the breaking ball, and Talley records his first strikeout. Came on in the 9th inning last night, got a ground ball out. Couple of base hits for Louisiana Tech, but then a ground ball for the second out, and then struck out the final batter for his second save of the year as Zach Arnold stands in. Drew a bases loaded walk last time he was at the plate back in the 6th inning. Eric, the key is the Tigers scored the 3 runs in the 2nd inning, but they've been able to tack on with single runs in the 3rd, 6th, and the 7th. Ground ball toward Bro. He will flip it to Talley, and Talley will come over and make the step on the bag for the 3rd out. A quick inning for Brandon Talley and the Cajuns. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers 6, Cajuns 1.
Finally moved in.
It's a great old house. Good bones, wraparound porch.
The pipes are making strange noises.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Your mom's been posting a lot since she got that phone at Crickett's mega sale.
Every day.
Here's a comment. We stan.
Oh, Mom, you have a cool mom.
The more phone, more fun mega sale.
Mega.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC. It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Teague Moore Field as the stands singing along with Sweet Caroline. A couple of stat numbers just jump out at you in this one. Cajuns have thrown an awful lot of pitches in this game through 7 innings. But the big number is that E number on the board. The Cajuns have committed 5 errors.
And this is the number 11 team in the country. You just can't give them that many outs, that many extra base runners. When you get plays, you got to make them. And when you don't, you're not going to win many baseball games. But I'm sure Coach Deggs will get it all straight. Is that going to hit the owl? No.
Nice play in the stands, though. Only 2 of the Tigers' 6 runs are earned so far tonight as Tyler Robertson stands in. Robertson 1 for 3, had a double back in the 3rd inning. As Alex Brady is on for his 2nd full inning of work. He's retired 4 in a row since coming on with 2 outs in the 6th. Oh-1 pitch. Yep, 0-1 pitch is fouled away. And it's no balls and 2 strikes to Robertson. Product of Montgomery, Alabama. Played at Shelton State before joining the Cajun squad. The 0-2 from Brady. That's outside. Robertson hit .313 during his career at Shelton State, .333 in last year's abbreviated season. He had 17 RBIs and 3 homers before everything got shut down. One-two misses, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the 2-2. And that one is skied well foul. Count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler's dad, Brian, played college baseball. 3 years at Jacksonville State, 1 year at Auburn University at Montgomery. 2-2 from Brady. Grounder on the left side. Speared by the third baseman Thompson. But unable to make the play on it.
Made a nice play to keep it.
I was going to say, watch this. It's a pretty good play gloving it first, but then just
as he
can't
got
come up with it.
Tried to transfer it to his hand and spin and throw quickly, and sometimes when you do that a little too quick, your hand leaves the glove without the ball.
That'll go as the 4th hit for the Cajuns and the first since the 3rd inning. And that'll bring up Connor Kemple, who's 0 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch from Brady's inside, ball 1. So Robertson's got a 2-hit night. He's got 2 of the 4 Louisiana hits. The 1-0 from Brady is up high. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
I know Coach Degg likes to see that. He needs Robertson at the top of that lineup to get on base a little bit more. Comes in at 273, but putting the ball in play tonight, getting a couple of hits. Top of that order, setting the table.
Two-0 pitch right down the heart with the get me over fastball. Tomorrow night here on ESPN Plus, Ragin Cajuns softball against LSU's softball Tigers. Battle of 2 top 10 teams. 6 o'clock Central Time. The Ragin Cajun baseball team will be back here at home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Rice Owls. LSU will be hosting Youngstown State Friday and Saturday, and will host Nichols also on Saturday.
Hitters count right here. Let's see if Kemple gets something to hit, something to drive.
Fastball again, cuts the heart, and we're full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kemple taken all the way. Brady with the look at first. 3-2 pitches outside, ball 4. So Kemple draws the no-out walk. And the Cajuns with runners at first and second and nobody gone. And Alan Dunn's going to make a quick trip to the hill.
Both bullpens active. See a couple of guys, one down in the Tiger bullpen throwing, and then a couple of guys stretching actually in the Ragin Cajun bullpen. But with this lead, you definitely do not want to put base runners on the base paths with walks. Sure, he's telling them, look, put it over the plate, let your defense work, throw strikes, get us out of this inning. Or I'll get you out of this inning.
And one thing in Brady's favor is he's got a couple of left-handers coming up for the Cajuns scheduled, Ben Fitzgerald and Carson Roccaforte. That may be one of the reasons that Brady's still in the game right now.
Yeah, there is a right-hander down in the Tiger bullpen.
That looks like Devin Fontenot.
28. Yep.
Senior from the Woodlands, Texas, who's been a big part of that Tiger pitching staff for a couple of years. Fitzgerald stands in, 0 for 2. Flied out, hit by a pitch, and grounded out. As Brady pitching in some traffic now for the first time. Big cut and a miss by Fitzgerald.
He's had a couple of big cuts tonight, unable to connect. But you know Brady's going to come with some strikes. Fitzgerald's going to be ready to hit and be aggressive.
Tiger outfield playing Fitzgerald deep all the way around. Cut and a miss again. As Brady gets out front this time, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, outfielders deep. I saw one of the LSU coaches moving them back. They don't want any extra bases right here. Anything is hit, they want to try to keep it in front of them, make Louisiana go 1 base at a time.
Brady had retired 4 in a row before the single by Robertson and the walk to Kemple. But he's out front 0-2. And that breaking ball doesn't miss by much. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they have him shaded to go opposite field also. They have the center fielder Sanford a little bit to the right of second base. Nobody out here. Could be a big inning for the Ragin Cajuns.
Here comes the 1-2, and this is line to right field.
Will
if
it
it's
stay?
fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball.
Wow. And
Just
we're right on the
hooked.
line, yes.
Yep. Just hooked in front of the foul pole.
There's a pitch to hit low and inside, and he drives it. It was gone, and it did curve to the right of the foul pole. Wow.
James Ainsworth, the first base umpire, was well down the line.
It's a little bit out in front.
And you could see it cut right in front of the pole. Didn't miss making contact by much, just from the angle we had.
Yeah, if it hits it, it's fair and would have made things interesting.
Which, of course, that means it's actually a fair pole. 1-2. Still the count to Fitzgerald. This one misses a little upstairs, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nothing else. That got a little buzz through the crowd.
Did. Got everybody back into it.
Fitzgerald has 1 home run already this year. That was in the 12th inning shot on Sunday against Tulane.
2-2 here, probably breaking ball. Nothing. I wouldn't think anything hard or up in the zone.
Down
low.
low.
Zone. Fastball missed. Now it's full.
Robertson at second, Kemple at first.
Now the crowd's into it.
And a full count to Fitzgerald. And up high, ball 4. Single and 2 walks here in the 8th. And the bases are loaded and nobody out.
No one throwing in the bullpen. I think he's ready. Let's see if Coach Maneri lets him pitch to this lefty. And looks like he will.
Carson Rockefort is officially 1 for 2. Singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, walked in the 6th. Matt Deggs flashes the signals from the third base coach's box. And now Brady steps back, and that's going to draw more reaction from the approximately 800 that are on hand here tonight.
Sign that he's not comfortable, wants another sign, or calm himself down a little bit, see if he can throw some strikes. Nope.
This one's up high with the breaking ball.
Can't let him go much longer. No place to put him. Having a tough time finding the strike zone.
Tiger infield is back at double play depth. They'll give up the run to get an out. Here comes the 1-0. And that catches the outside corner, and it's even up at a ball and a strike. And Alex Brady really needed that pitch.
He absolutely did. Kind of went high and outside, caught the corner. 1-1, bases loaded, nobody out.
Cajuns will have 3 straight right-handers after Rockefort. Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball through the right side. This will get into right field. One run will score. They'll hold the runner at third base as Louisiana will play it station to station with nobody out. RBI single, second hit of the ball game for Roccaforte, and it's 6-2.
And here comes Coach Maneri. That'll be it for Brady, the right-hander, jogging in from the bullpen. 6-2. The Ragin Cajuns get closer.
We'll take a break and we'll be back to meet the new Tiger pitcher. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Cajuns have something going, trailing 6-2.
I get those goosebumps.
I'm gonna get that lightweight belt next.
You got champion versus champion. He wants to leave behind a lasting legacy.
Guess what? I'm the best in the world.
I get those goosebumps every time.
You'll see.
ESPN Plus, your sports, our originals, now streaming. To the Pittsburgh natives supporting a different black and gold.
Hey, come on, scarf up.
And the fan near Wrigley Field just as drawn to the octagon.
No, not now, no.
This is your stream. ESPN Plus. It exists because you do.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
The Tigers will go to the bullpen and bring on their 5th pitcher of the night, and it's a very familiar face as Devin Fontenot will come in with the bases loaded and nobody out. Fontenot, of course, a big part of the Tigers staff. For now, in his 5th year, he made 57 appearances in his first 2 years with the Tigers, just about all of them in relief in 2018, 2019. He had 7 saves in 2019 when he held opponents to a 180 average at a 3.71 ERA. Did not throw that much in 2020, had some injury issues, and then only threw 1 inning so far this year. .00 ERA. That 1 inning came against Air Force when he gave up 1 hit but got 2 strikeouts. Only threw 10 innings last year in the COVID shortened season. He was 1-0 with an 0.90 earned run average and struck out 17 batters in those 10 innings. He is a strikeout guy, and that's what the Tigers will be looking for here as Drake Osborne stands in, righty against righty. Osborne 0 for 2.
If you coach Deggs, this is the guy you want at the plate.
It's power guy against power guy here. This pitch is on the inside corner, strike 1.
Not sure Drake agreed with that.
Yep, 94 miles an hour. Fontenot is going to throw hard, and he's throwing against a fastball hitter in Osborne.
The Ragin Cajuns chant. As one section yells Ragin, the other one yells Cajun. You can hear him really into the game right now.
This pitch low and in with the breaking ball. Osborne actually represents the tying run with the bases loaded. Kemple is at third, Fitzgerald at second, Roccaforte at first. 2 hits and 2 walks in the inning. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball liner right to the glove of Fontenot.
Double play.
And they're going to turn the double play. And what a defensive play by the Tiger pitcher. And now Matt Deggs is going to come out and ask about the out at first base, because it looked like the foot might have left the bag, and the question is, did he get it back down in time?
Wow, I was about to say, you do want to avoid a hard hit ball into a double play. There's another way to turn a double play. That was a rocket right back to the pitcher by Osborne.
Just like that, 2 gone. Second double play of the ball game turned by LSU, and it could not have come at a better time for the Tigers. Great spear by Fontenot, and hard to tell if Wilson was able to hold his foot on the bag. Nevertheless, 2 gone now, and Kevin Fitzgerald will be at the plate. Came on to play third base when C.J. Willis was pinch hit for back in the 6th. Runners still at second and third, but now there are 2 gone. And Fontenot 1 out away from getting out of a huge jam as the first pitch is outside.
95 miles an hour, Dan.
We'll see the replay from this angle. I don't know if you'll be able to really. He had his foot on the bag, but then
switched
feet and made it mighty close over there.
Yep.
The 1-0 from Fontenot. Fastball right down the heart, and it's even up at 1-1. Kevin Fitzgerald looking for his first hit of the year. He is 0 for 10. Product of Sacramento, California. Played at San Joaquin Delta Community College. 1-1 pitch, low and away with the breaker.
This would be a big 2-out here hit right here for Fitzgerald. Could get Louisiana within 2 with a single.
The 2-1 from Fontenot. Threw the fastball by him. 95 on that one. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm going to throw it right down the middle as hard as I can. Let's see if you can hit it as hard as you can. And the pitcher with the best of it right there.
117 strikeouts and 101 innings in Fontenot's career.
2-2, you're throwing at 95 miles an hour. Do you come back with something soft, or do you stick with it and see if he can hit it?
In the words of that notable coach Lou Brown from Major League, give him the heater. I think you can expect that here. 2-2 fastball up high, and Fitzgerald's not able to catch up with it. He goes down swinging for the 3rd out. Cajuns with a huge rally, but they only get 1 out of this one. We'll go to the 9th inning. It's Tigers 6, Cajuns
2. Research shows that people remember commercials with exciting stunts. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's something you shouldn't try at home.
Look, Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance so we only pay for what we need. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Very cool. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is star power from the jump.
This is the best of the bad goodies this year.
The Cajuns will go to the bullpen for their 7th pitcher of the night, and it's left-hander Blake Marshall out of Mandeville. Played his high school ball at Fontainebleau and at Hines Community College, making his first appearance of the year, and he becomes the 15th Cajun to see action on the mound so far this year. Marshall struck out 15 batters in 10 innings at Hines Community College as a freshman. Only pitched in 1 inning in the shortened season in 2020. And he will come on here to pitch the 9th. And he'll be facing 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Tigers. And the Tigers will also come with a new face as Hayden Travinsky, product of Shreveport and Airline High School, will pinch hit. Travinsky's listed as a catcher, so we'll see what the Tigers will do defensively when they go out for the bottom of the 9th inning. Travinsky hitting 1,000 this year. 1 for 1 in his only plate appearance.
Marshall starts him off with a backdoor curveball for strike 1.
That one outing came against Air Force as this one misses outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Same pitch, a little outside.
Louisiana had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th and had 1 run already in, but a line drive double play really derailed what could have been a big rally as this pitch is fouled away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And give Fontenot a lot of credit for spearing what was just a missile hit right up the middle. 1-2 pitch, sky to center field and pretty deep. Going back is Robertson. He's got room.
And Robertson had him played that way. Left-hander keeping the ball on the outside of the plate, and coaches with scouting reports and charts will set up that defense to how the pitcher's going to pitch. Had him played perfectly.
Gavin Dugas, 1 for 4. Singled and scored in the 2nd, a couple of strikeouts. Reached on an error his last time in the 7th. Takes the first pitch low and in, ball 1. Cajuns and the Rice Owls. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here at Teague Moore Field. 1-0 pitch, skied foul.
Good cut right there on the fastball. As Marshall, a lot of strikes. That's what you want to see out of your relievers. You want to try to keep it close. See if you can't get a 9th inning rally.
1-1 pitch, fouled
pitch.
Back into the screen. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Jordan Thompson out on deck. One-two pitch, liner on the left side that gets in the hole for a base hit. 9th hit of the ball game for LSU. And Dugas has his 2nd base hit of the night.
90-mile-an-hour fastball, just a little too high in the zone, right at the belt. And he turns that around with a line drive between 3rd and short, and Coach Deggs heads to the mound.
This is a, nope, it's not a settle down trip, as he's already made the call to the bullpen. We'll have another Cajun pitcher as Marshall leaves after 2 batters. Cajuns have used a lot of pitchers this year, as Matt Deggs said that he wanted to see a lot of players see some action on the hill in the early part of the season, as Dane Dixon is going to come on now and make his 2nd appearance of the year. Dixon actually got the win in the Saturday game against Tulane in relief. He came on, pitched 1 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was an earned run. He struck out 3, and he was the pitcher of record when the Cajuns scored 2 runs in the 10th inning, and ended up winning that game by 9-8. Brandon Talley came in to pitch the 10th inning and got the save. But Dixon got the win in that one, so he is 1-0. Product of Walker, played at LSU for 2 years. An outstanding program in Eunice. Dixon was 13-0 in his last year at LSU with a 2.28 earned run average. And he was even better than that ERA wise when he was a freshman. He had a 1.24 ERA.
Got a left-handed batter swinging, trying to time the pitches here. Let's see if Maneri comes with a pinch hitter.
Well, Jordan Thompson was on deck, but he got pulled back, and
number 10.
Tigers will go with a pinch hitter as Brody Drost, freshman from Lake Charles and Barbe High School. Across the way at Lamson Park, McNeese has rallied back to tie the Cajuns. They're 7-7 and they're going extra innings.
Wow. Heck of a game going on over there. Good pitch.
We'll have the Cajun softball team and LSU's Tigers tomorrow night here on ESPN Plus, 6 o'clock first pitch. Cajuns ranked 7th in the country, trying to stay unbeaten, but getting pushed tonight. The 0-1 to Drost, and that is laced to right center field, and that is going back, and there is nobody there. A 2-run homer for the freshman from Lake Charles. And just like that, it's 8-2.
Sitting dead red, 90-mile-an-hour fastball right there. And he turns it around in a hurry. That is a bomb.
Dugas scores on Drost's first home run. And the Tigers have tacked on again here in the 9th. As Alex Milazzo stands in. 0 for 4 in the evening. Ground ball up the middle. This will get into center field for a base hit. So 3 straight hits for the Tigers here in the 9th. And they are now in double figures. That's 11 hits in the ball game.
And now back to the top of the order as number 3 Cruz will step in.
One guy who does not have a hit among those 11 is the leading hitter on the team, as Dylan Cruz, the reigning freshman of the week in the SEC, came in hitting .583 for the year. Chopper toward third base, but it'll be foul. And Cruz will be down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. What a turnaround in just a half an inning, as it looked like the Cajuns had something going. Bases loaded, nobody out, 1 run already in the 8th. 1 line drive double play and a strikeout, and they're suddenly out of that inning, and the Tigers get a 2-run homer from Brody Drost here in the 10th, or rather in the 9th. And suddenly it's a 6-run ball game. One-two pitch to Cruz. That's down low, blocked by Osborne. As Dixon has struggled to get an out here. Gave up the home run and then gave up the base hit. 2-2 pitch. And this is hit into center field, and this will get down for a base hit. Milazzo will stop at second. 4 straight hits for LSU here in the 9th. 3 of them off Dixon in relief. Kay Doty will stand in. Doty's got a couple of hits tonight. He is 2 for 5, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a fly ball. And first pitch from Dixon, low and away.
And Dixon will keep the ball down, looking for a ground ball, double play, get him out of this inning. See what they can do here in the bottom of the 9th. But pitcher's best friend is that ground ball, turn 2, and get out of the inning without any more damage.
The 1-0 from Dixon, and this is lined into left field, and this will be in for a base hit, and this will be extra bases. 1 run will score as Doty wheels into second with a double. His second RBI of the night, and it's 9-2.
It was low, but it was on the inside part of the plate, a little bit too high, and it does bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. Now runners at second and third for the Tigers, with Morgan stepping in.
Trey Morgan looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 4 with a walk. First pitch, breaking ball is in for call strike 1.
Good pitch to start Morgan off with right there, breaking into the left-hander. Catches the corner for a strike.
Ground ball toward third, but it's just outside the bag, and it'll be an 0-2 count now to Morgan. Keeping you up to date on Cajun softball. They're now in the middle of the 8th inning, still tied 7-7 with McNeese. And they're coming to the plate in the bottom of the 8th. 0-2 pitch, down low. Five hits in the inning for LSU, and none of them have really been cheap. This one's fouled away. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one gets up into the grandstand area. Here comes the 1-2 to Morgan. Breaking ball, breaks down low. Nine runs, 13 hits, no errors for LSU. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 5 errors for the Cajuns. Tigers have left 11 on base. Cajuns have left 7. As this one's lined into left field, and this will be in there for a base hit. 1 run will score as the Tigers will play it station to station. And they put up a double figure as the LSU now leads it 10-2. And that is 6 hits in a row after an initial out here in the inning. RBI for Morgan as Cruz scores from third base. And Cade Beloso, who's got a hit and 3 walks tonight before striking out his last time up. Grounder right back toward the pitcher. Dixon will have it, and he will throw to first and get the out as the run scores. So give Beloso the RBI on the ground ball as Doty scores from third base. And it is a 5-run, 6-hit inning for LSU. And we'll come with another pitcher. We'll be back to meet the new Cajun pitcher in just a moment. Tigers lead this one 11-2 in the ninth.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
This is star power from the jump.
This is the best of the bad. Good is this kid.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
The Cajuns will go to Austin Bradford, the senior from Franklinton, who also pitched on that solid program at LSU Eunice. Made 3 appearances last year in what was to be his senior season, the pandemic short season, through 2 1/3 innings, gave up a couple of hits, struck out 1. Figured to be much more a part of this Cajun staff this year. He will come on as the 9th pitcher of the ball game for Louisiana. LSU with 5 runs here in the 9th on 6 hits, and they have blown this one open. And Zach Arnold will stand in. Arnold 1 for 4, singled in the 3rd. Picked up an RBI with a bases loaded walk in the 6th inning. As Bradford gets set, his first pitch misses away, ball 1. 2 gone here in the inning. Cajuns got 1 out before the Tigers delivered 6 straight hits, including a 2-run homer from Brody Drost. 1-0 pitch is in for call strike 1.
There's a good fastball at the knees to even the count to 1-1.
One from Bradford. That's down low, blocked by Osborne to prevent Morgan from moving up. Morgan's out at second base. Two-one from Bradford. Took something off the fastball, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch right there. It'd be great if Bradford can get Louisiana out without any more damage and get to the bottom of the 9th.
Here comes the 2-2. Just got a piece of it, fouled it away. We'll have women's basketball for you here on ESPN Plus Friday and Saturday as Louisiana takes on Little Rock in the final 2 regular season Sun Belt Conference games of the year. 2-2 pitch is skied in the infield. Bro at first base will camp out under it, and he will make the catch to end the inning. But the Tigers pick up 5 in the frame, and we will go to the 9th with LSU leading this one 11-2.
This is the best of the best.
UFC 259. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
Exclusively on ESPN Plus, UFC 259, Saturday, March 6. A stacked fight card featuring 3 title fights. Blachowicz versus Adesanya.
You got champion versus champion.
Nunes versus Anderson.
This is the GOAT.
And Yan versus Sterling. New subscribers get UFC 259 and a year of ESPN Plus for only $89.98. With ESPN Plus, you'll get unrivaled UFC access, including exclusive fights and original content. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
We will go to the bottom of the ninth as LSU will go to the pen and bring on its sixth pitcher of the night, Theo Millis, freshman right-hander from Burnaby, British Columbia. It will be his first appearance of the year. First appearance in a Tiger uniform. You see the numbers that have been delivered in this one as Louisiana pitchers have had to overcome those 5 miscues in the field. They've also been out hit right now 14-5 by the Tigers. That was a lot closer. It was 9-5 going into the 9th inning. But LSU put up 5 runs on 6 hits in the 9th against 3 Cajun pitchers. And they now trail this one 11-2. As Brett Borgogno steps in. Borgogno came on as a defense replacement in the 8th. Well, actually, that's not Borgogno, as
that's 24.
Cajuns have gone to a pinch hitter as Josh Cofield will be pinch hitting for Borgogno. Oh, 1 is up high, and it's even up at 1-1. Cofield hitting .500 in limited time this year. He's 1 for 2 at the plate, making his second appearance of the year. Swings and misses at the 1-1, and down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cofield pinch hit against Tulane and stayed in the game as the DH, got his 2 at-bats in that game. Ground ball toward the first baseman. Morgan makes the pickup. He will flip it to first to Millis in time for the first out. So 3-1 for the first out here in the 9th. More time, a reminder, the Cajuns will be back in action here at the Teague. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Rice Owls come in. Game times at 6 p.m., 2 p.m., and 1 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all of those Central Time. As Brennan Breaux stands in. He has one of the 2 Cajun runs in the ball game, had a solo home run back in the 3rd. 0-1 pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Pitch is grounded foul outside the bag at first. Jake Wells with the knockdown down there in the third base coaching box. Cajun softball team did score a run in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they defeat McNeese by a score of 8-7. And who else but Alyssa Dalton gets the game-winning RBI on a base hit. We'll see them tomorrow night here on ESPN Plus as the Cajuns take on LSU's Tigers. Breaux lines this one into center field, a long run, but there to make the grab. And I don't think that was Sanford. I think that was a replacement.
I think that's 5.
And I didn't catch it, but I think it is Drew Bianco.
Yep.
And I've been waiting to tell that story because Drew's younger brother, Sam, is on the Cajun squad as a freshman infielder. And, of course, both of them are the sons of former LSU player and Ole Miss coach Mike Bianco.
There you go. Took a while, but you got it in, Dan.
He's got his team #1 in the country right now.
And that was a nice play by Bianco in center field on Brennan Bro, who's had a couple of really good at-bats in that bomb early in the game.
This one is skied foul. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to the Cajun pinch hitter, who's Nick Hagedorn. Just realized that he was pinch hitting. And, of course, just in time for him to go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. So apologies to Nick as he came on as a pinch hitter. But the Tigers close this one out with a 1-2-3 inning here in the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. LSU takes an 11-2 win, and they snap a 3-game losing streak to the Cajuns in the series between these two teams. Tigers scored 3 in the 2nd, put up single runs in the 3rd, 6th, and 7th, and then blew it open in the 9th with a 5-run outburst. Cajuns had 1 run in the 3rd on the solo home run by Brennan Bro. They scored 1 in the 8th, but that was all they could manage with a bases-loaded situation. Garrett Edwards, the starting pitcher for LSU, struck out 4 in 3 innings as the Tigers scored first. They got 3 runs in that 2nd inning and really never looked back after Bro's solo home run. Kept it close. Tigers win this one by a score of 11-2. For my partner Eric Mouton, I'm Dan McDonald. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived. This has been a presentation of ESPN.